This is Jay Todd, and you're listening to Pastor Denzel on Glory 93.9 FM.
Hi, I'm Benita Washington, and you're listening to Pastor Denzel on Glory 93.9.
What's up, worshipers? You are tuned in right now with Pastor Denzel right here on Glory 93.9 FM.
Yo, second time. You pass with the fire. You know, so when Jesus show yourself, let's do it. Listen, I say the axe is laid at the root of the tree that's not bearing fruit. So what we are gonna do? All right then. Chop, 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 chop it down. Not bearing fruit, yes, we are gonna chop it down. Chop, 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 chop it down. Not bearing no fruit, then you know we have to chop it down. Chop, 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 chop it down. Not bearing fruit, yes, we are gonna chop it down. Chop, 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 chop it down. Turn on the saw, make you know we have to chop it down. Up here for the larger fruit, and a banana orange breadfruit, tangerine just up in a bag and suit. I try to grow like sister grapefruit. Tree big and tall and it's full of green leaf, but not bearing fruit for the youth them to teach. Nice and shady, it a provide for sleep, but the people are hungry. I want food to eat. Well, listen me. From your little teeny weeny and a grow, and with your water you don't out a door. Well, not even blossom in that show. Well, this a massacre, don't want you to know y'all. Chop, 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 chop it down. Not bearing fruit, yes we have to chop it down. Chop, 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 chop it down. Not bearing no fruit, then you know we have to chop it down. Chop, 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 chop it down. Not bearing fruit, yes we have to chop it down. Chop, 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 chop it down. Turn on the saw, you know we have to chop it down. The fruit of the spirit, you must know what they are. For something you buy, like candy bar in a plastic bag, to put in your car, to make orange and tangerine start bar. The fruit of the spirit was ripe, ready for pick. Mean like that, we kill them with it. While a fling big stone and a fling long stick. The fruits where you have made them know it exist. Well, if nobody now pay your tree any mind, well, at least they all leave them I see all the time. If you wish to be standing next to this time, no, you better start being too lime. Or elsewhere. Chop, 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 chop it down. Not bearing fruit, yes, we are gonna chop it down. Chop, 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 chop it down. Not bearing no fruit, then you know we have to chop it down. Chop, 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 chop it down. Not bearing fruit, yes, we are gonna chop it down. Chop, 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 chop it down. Turn on the saw, make you know we have to chop it down. The fruit must have the right ingredient. The recipe of rice must be evident. Be wise, there is no replacement. Must have the right look, taste and say. If it no look like love, giant piece. Make sure you throw that in the rubbish. If it no kind and gentle, good and faithful, handle with care. In other words, be careful. If it not forbearance, to give it no enjoy. Should be your response for self-control. Then start in the hole. You must bear fruit, that's the only goal. Chop, 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 chop it down. Not bearing fruit, yes, we are gonna chop it down. Chop, 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 chop it down.
Good afternoon. All right, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's a wonderful Wednesday afternoon. What today is? This is the last day of June, eh?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Last day of June. I'm so glad to have you tuning in to Glory 93.9. Barbershop Talk is on the air with you. Wherever you're listening to, so glad to have you. If you're listening by way of FM radio, welcome. If you're listening by way of TuneIn Radio, man, we're so glad to have you there. And then those of you that are watching by way of Facebook, glad to have you on. My thing is, if you're on the road driving, please don't do Facebook. No, I need you watching the road. Watch the road. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening. You go ahead and just turn your radio to the 93.9. I don't know what it is in the Japanese car. Ask the person who, when you turn the car on who's talking Japanese, ask them where's 93.9 so they can direct you to the dial and follow with us. Now, those of you on Facebook, I need you to go ahead and share the link. Get the link out there. Let's get our viewers up to date.
Yeah, man. I watched it on YouTube last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right. How was it? There was a clear.
Clear. You can't Google Barbershop Talk though. The LeBron thing is pop up.
So yeah, so how do you get it?
You gotta search 93.9 Glory.
Okay, good.
On YouTube in order to find it.
Okay, good.
My thing is, LeBron did an idea from us. We was around before him.
Yeah, but
we was around first.
Yeah. I agree, but if you've been in Barbershop Talk, this ain't come up.
Yeah. I think he got a few more dollars than us. He probably got a little more ads out than us.
Yeah,
he may beat us on the ads run.
That's cool. So if you're watching on YouTube, you gotta put in the station, the actual station.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So those. Well, but anybody watching that, well, okay, with you in your car and when you head home, for those persons, because I heard this from I didn't think about it. As a pastor was telling me that his church is on YouTube, and I said, why not be on Facebook? He said most of my listeners watch on YouTube, and he said my church is old. They have no Facebook account.
A lot of people don't want Facebook account.
It didn't dawn on me. I didn't think about that side about it, because my thing is like, who is not on Facebook?
Facebook scares me too, by the way.
Oh, I don't see you on Facebook like that.
No, it scares me.
You only that.
It's too much.
He's a lurker on Facebook.
Yeah,
Don't mind him.
He's like,
He's a
Oh,
lurker.
he's one
yeah,
of them. He's right there.
he on Facebook.
He just
you
ain't
know.
saying nothing.
No, he don't say much.
no, because Facebook weird.
He be lurking though. He can tell you what things he be going on though.
Yeah, some weird things going on Facebook. I understand why people are so concerned with the vaccine based upon being on Facebook for like 20 minutes. I'd be concerned too.
Listen, anything.
No, I'd be concerned.
Every and anything on Facebook. If you
Yeah.
read it too long, you lose your mind.
See, I used to criticize persons about
I
their
don't.
anti-vaccine stances. After about 20 minutes on Facebook, I don't criticize it no more.
But I don't.
You almost want to undo your vaccine?
No, I don't want to undo it, but I now understand why people. Because, and the thing is, the real information with the non-real information looks so similar. Sometimes you don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah, if you read too much, you lose your mind.
Facebook have to do better when it comes to their information control filtering, but then they only a secondary source.
But then the next thing is that, I mean,
It's Facebook.
do you
Why are you using that as a serious form to get your information?
But the next thing is this, is that the persons who are opining on Facebook, I don't really think all of them malicious, some of them are convinced what they say is true.
They are very convinced.
So they ain't like
Some.
people just
Some.
going. There are some people who just go in there
They trolling,
into
yeah.
mischief and doing foolishness.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of those views that persons they
Listen,
take a bullet for.
I don't do Facebook. Only time I do Facebook is if I decide to wake up and listen to life.
Right.
Right.
But besides, I don't do Facebook.
No, Facebook's scary.
If I can't find it on YouTube, I don't watch it.
I understand why they had to kick my former president off of Facebook. They had to. They had to get him off that. No, they had to.
You don't need to be on social
He
media.
would have
at
still
all,
been.
though.
He would have still been president today,
Oh, Jesus.
whether they elect him president or not. He would have been president today if he was on Facebook.
In this mind.
No, because everything Biden say, he would have been in there telling his people what to do, and they would have been. I watched him today on my press conference, and if you didn't know he was a president, you would never know. Seriously,
He's really following this man.
they have there's a serious problem going down there that a collision costs coming that they don't seem to be able to stop. How do you stop a fella who still think he in charge, but he is not in charge?
Yeah, I know.
That's the problem. You think he ain't in charge. And that's the problem. Therein lies the problem.
Like them people on the beach, they think they're in charge.
No, they in charge.
In charge of what?
Well,
Apparently they're in charge. Well, they sending direct shots to the PM. They ain't talking to me.
They say the PM and Mr.
Mr. Diagolo. Yeah, like the PM making beach policy from his office.
Say Alana's paying them and Diagolo getting paid.
Yeah, so that they can't sell umbrellas.
Because Alana's of beach chair.
Yeah, so they can't sell umbrellas.
But Alana's said lounge chair.
you know what?
2002.
we even ain't fully open up the show yet. Let me fully open up the show so we can get into these different topics. I met a wonderful gentleman 2 days ago in. Do we call the name of stores? No, because they don't sponsor us. All right, I was in the pharmacy in the eastern part of New Providence.
Oh, definitely they don't sponsor.
Yeah, they don't sponsor us.
I surprised they said Lubert.
And it's one of the big pharmacies.
The big ones.
Oh, these?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You live on West. You don't check all these.
They can be around for a long time. You're not doing it.
I obviously he don't know we don't know. They rocking and rolling.
Yeah, you're not doing it.
I know you talking about.
So the gentleman says, listen to me, man. He says, Pastor, listen, I listen to Barbershop Talk, and I think it's the best show on radio.
Absolutely.
He says, you brothers, then he lost me. He said, you brothers are so balanced, and y'all don't lean on the government or the other side. I said, bro, what show you listening to? I said, who was the guest? Because these fellas is leading. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He said, man, the show is balanced. He said it's informative, it's intelligent conversation. I like how you guys do your research. I said, whoa. And I sat there, I was like, man, I appreciate it, man. I said, research is everything. You got to read, you got to do your homework.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, wow.
Yeah.
If
you only know.
Research.
He listen to you now.
He probably is, and he can keep on listening because he enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. But brother, thank you for listening, and thank you for talking loud in the store so others can hear us talking.
Right.
And hopefully they tune in as well to Barbershop Talk. Also, all the others of you that are there, all of our regular listeners, and oftentimes we could get caught up because we looking right in front of us now, the screen showing us the Facebook feed, and we can get caught up on Facebook and miss the many of you that are listening by way of FM radio. And there are a whole lot of persons who listen in their vehicles and who tell me about it on the street. And so I want you to know we have not forgotten you. You value to us, and we have not been doing this enough. This used to be Carlo's job, and Carlo's fallen down greatly on his job
What a time.
in reminding us to give out the phone numbers to call because everybody can't text text on Facebook because they are on Facebook. So those persons who are listening by way of radio and by way of YouTube, well, they're streaming on YouTube as well. They're seeing the stream. The numbers are scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Not stream, at the bottom of the screen. But the number to call if you want to call is 828-3543. And if you want to text is 828-2543. All right. To call 828-3543 and to text 828-2543. If you hit any of those numbers, you can get to talk to CeeLo because CeeLo can be the phone man today. He can be the one monitoring that for us just to make sure that I can turn them in his direction. So he has the call and the text line. So please feel free to call in or send a text. All right, good.
You putting plenty pressure on me.
Yeah, man. We getting ready. For you to take over the show like how you did the last time. We getting you ready. We prepping you.
Wait. You sound like you getting some, man? You getting some, man?
No, man.
Right,
no. Now listen, our numbers kind of low. I need y'all sharing, better y'all sharing in your groups. Put it out there for me, please.
Doing
Where Mr. Taylor should be with us today. I don't see him. He said he would. He said he was going to be here.
That's a man of integrity.
And I know him to be a man of integrity. So I'm guessing any minute now he's going to walk through the door. Mr. Bethel wasn't as promising. And Mr. Burrows, I'm pretty sure he ain't going to make it out tonight.
He's out.
He won't be here.
Yeah.
Let me begin by saying this. Now, I don't know if Vera, your number one fan, is Vera has gone on break. So she's off island.
I was going to call out on that because she ain't been as active.
Yeah. She does tell me from time to time, please let the crew know she's listening.
Okay.
That she is being very, very busy, but she has had her radio on, her computer on, listening to the conversation.
Okay.
But to all of those persons, like we are fans of. Hi, Paulie Johnson, another regular listener. Glad to have you. Donnie's here. Glad to see you. We are very, 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 very happy to announce that one Peter Wilson Jr. is celebrating his birthday, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but actually today.
I ain't giving you all my number either.
Today he is celebrating his birthday. So if I knew how to do it, let me see if I can do these little sound effects and stuff like that. I can file this operation right up.
You all ain't gonna play no 3-ball off me.
Play the 4-ball then.
No.
All right, I don't know how to do the sound effects.
1893.
But anyway,
Unless somebody does.
I do them the last time. I can't remember which one. Is it these ones here? What's
I think
it?
it's one of these today. No,
Nobody.
This about Dan Body right
yeah, just press it and see what happens.
No. That's how we get ourselves.
What's the worst that could happen if we press the button?
The whole day shut down.
It ain't that button. It ain't that button, Carlo.
You know what?
No.
It's one of these.
It's one of these other buttons that and press one time to get things to go off.
Super producer, send us a message and tell us with the breast.
The bottom bar? Come down and come on, come show us.
Julie said late Chicago.
Absolutely not, Julie. But if you do that, please send your 10% to Life Worship Center.
Absolutely, let's support that.
Right away.
So those of you that are tuned in, all the many fans, I found it one time and I don't know why I forgot. I used it a long time. Let me go.
Just press it. I listen. You gonna press something, man?
Yeah, no.
No.
All we doing is pressing now.
We better follow.
Yeah. People, all we doing is pressing. Just to keep you all informed of what's happening now. All we doing is pressing.
No, you know them.
But we still on the radio, so.
You know this? Oh, that's what I say. Press the bottom one. It's only 2 is 2. Or 3.
Ain't none of them do.
No, I
can't remember if it's.
No, I need to show me too. I do it a long time. We had a reason to celebrate, and this is a big day. I should have done my homework. I apologize. I didn't prepare myself.
It's a effect, right?
That ain't for you. That ain't for that kind of effect, man.
Oh, wow.
Where the next one is? That one I want.
Oh, wow.
That's the birthday one.
All right, now what the next one is? I thought this was the next one, man.
Listen, that one before that, that's a nice sound. We have to start implementing that. Yeah. For a lot of these
All right, what you do now? So it was mixed
It
in.
was off. You gotta share and mute, you see?
It's that channel there.
Say that.
I want you to put it on the mixer vibe.
Unmute. Mute.
I can read mute and unmute. You can't. Why can't you like lay it backward like I can't?
If I show you enough, you might forget.
So put it on mixer.
You didn't know either. Why did
I
you do it?
ain't never learned. Now I know.
Put it on mixer, do the vibe there, and do that there. Bam, bam, bam. All right, good. All right.
And this one, yeah, for all the people on the beach.
Right.
So definitely with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need 2 of them.
All right, so listen, it is Mr. Wilson's birthday, and so we can be celebrating birthday all day. Listen, if you want to call in, I encourage you. I want to do this for my boy today. I need some people to call in. I need you to call in 828-3543 just to wish our most colorful member of the Barbershop crew wish him a happy birthday. He's not giving us the age. I think I ain't nothing more with that.
You all donate some stuff to the Red Cross for me too.
828-3543.
God bless some people.
You could text or you could call that number, and it means the world to us that he is spending his birthday with us.
Absolutely.
Tonight. That's commitment, man. That's commitment. I don't know if he's setting me up because he got other plans with some other things for an other show that they plan on doing. So he'll make sure the record reflect he sacrificed for this show. So when they start that nonsense that we don't make no noise, and they don't believe we can make noise, they tell a lie.
Are we talking about the people on the beach?
We'll talk about that privately.
The greetings are piling up now. Let's get them in here. I tell you, Julie said late Chicago. They're right on the screen. You can see them there, Peter. All right, that's good afternoon. Dear Mins, say happy birthday.
Good afternoon.
Shakara Bonamy.
There you go.
Oh, you got a little blowing whistle.
Yeah.
Nice get on there.
Yeah, Donicia.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, the Bamba. Your favorite healthcare professional?
Right away.
Right, that is, right there.
Mr. Wilson.
That's Annie
You
Mary.
can live for long.
Yeah.
We was talking about it 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Man, doing birthday. Oh, boy, you do birthday all day today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We should have waited after the show, boss. Look like this could take over the show.
No, I ain't think of the show.
It's not that now.
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, I got there.
That's a quick 5.
Quick win.
Whoa. Julie giving you a caution.
No. We're doing everything in order.
So today we celebrating Mr. Wilson's birthday, and I think this is a good way for us to start in recognition of his birthday. We can give him a chance to correct some foolishness that going on this show, what I said on the show a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a whole lot of nonsense going to happen on the show going on.
Just rude.
And there were persons who called in. I heard that they were given some death threats. Well, not death threats, but somewhere nearby from our wonderful teacher community. There are a lot of teachers.
I was minding my own business in Super Value West. I was accosted by a teacher and a soon-to-be teacher.
Are they known to you?
One known to me, one was not known to me.
And they both listen to the show.
One was a listener to the show, one is now a listener to the show after hearing that.
They should have hog-tied you.
They were trying to hog-tie me. So I must apologize. But of course I will,
Chandra, Mr. Wilson is Peter. That's Peter. Chandra. That is Mr. Wilson. Peter.
Yes, that's me.
And I know some people know it just as Peter.
Yeah.
But his government name, especially on birthdays, is Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
All right. So what? I know I leave here early, and I don't even know what's going on. I know I left a show that was going well. It was in order. Everything was going wonderful.
Don't ever leave.
And then I hear things going south.
Let me tell you what
happened. What was the conversation about?
Me, Carlo, Ramsey, advocated for teachers to get an increase.
He won't be friends with teachers.
Right. I told him, I said 80 grand, right? I said I was reaching, right?
80
no,
grand.
he wasn't reaching. He's being serious.
80 grand is a bit.
Well, there's all kind of different levels of teachers.
Right.
Let's do a range. What do you think the range should be? If you just come in a teacher, what you should start off with as a teacher?
I think you should start off with at least 30 grand as a teacher.
That's what he said. He said that.
Yeah.
30 grand. That's probation or that's just straight out of school?
The man say your first day you walk in, you make it 30 grand.
When you walk through the door, 30 grand?
If you teach it, not teacher's aid. Teacher. And I had a whole synopsis of why
you said my teachers and I don't go through that now. Hold on.
All right.
30 grand coming through the door.
Yeah.
I don't see the problem.
Day one.
What qualification you have as a teacher?
After you don't get your degree and you do
Which degree? Now you gotta make sure we be clear.
Your bachelor's degree.
All right, so you have a 4-year degree, you have a bachelor's degree in education.
Right.
And you walk through the door, first day, you ain't right on the chalkboard yet, you lock in 30,000.
Yeah, that's
all right, I just make sure I understand you. I just trying to make sure I understand you. Yeah. All right, so you been there a little while. You didn't wait through the system. And okay, hold on. Let's say I walk through the door with a master's degree in education. First day on the job. What are they starting off with?
45.
Little more than 30.
Little more than 30. What's a little more than 30? Little more than 30 is 3,500.
Let me do my maths first.
I need you to do that. I need to understand this.
Yeah.
Boy, the teacher's ready in. I mean, Yasmin Newbold ain't coming on the show now forever. Now she coming now. That's Ken from Barbershop. It's Ken's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, she ain't. Oh Lord, Donnie coming now.
36.
Lord.
36.
You want a master's degree start at 36,
Education.
And a bachelor.
36.
and a bachelor start at 30.
Listen, listen, man.
Why you defending? I only ask you. I'm only asking you questions. I want to understand where you stand. That's all it is. Why you defending? You sound like you ain't convinced because
I
you defending.
convinced. I just try to make sure that numbers make sense.
I just went right down to make sure I get you.
All I'm saying is, I don't think they should be making 19 and 18,000.
Carlos numbers. That's what I'm calling this. Carlos numbers. All right. So, first day on the job, you walk in there with your little bag and your little stuff like that.
Let me look at numbers again.
30
Hold on,
grand.
You don't need to look at numbers again. You don't
look at them.
Yeah.
Masters.
You're only making 6 grand more for
36 grand.
I would it for me.
No, man. More than that.
If I get 30 for just being.
All right. Let's say I did my degree in I don't know, teaching administration. So I came in, I get my degrees in administration. Do I get to come in as an administrator or I got to go teach first?
Administrator? What do you mean, like
a senior mistress, senior master,
what?
vice
You
principal?
too much technicality.
No, I didn't know. I don't get this range of understanding. So when that administrator walks through the door, where should they be at?
Listen, man.
What's starting salary for an administrator?
I don't know.
Have to be 50 grand.
Because if you got 30 and 35 here,
I may be reaching it. Let me explain to you why I say that.
No,
I have to explain.
I need these numbers. What is so we get an administrator? What, 45,000? Administrators what?
How much administrators just go straight to the job?
All right, no problem. I didn't teach and now I'm an administrator. What should I be at? My first day as administrator.
If you don't teach,
Yeah.
How much years you don't teach?
I get whatever I didn't satisfy to be an administrator.
I don't know, man. 40,000, I guess.
40,000?
That's plenty money, eh?
So the person who, no. I just looking at your scale now.
Man, listen.
If the teacher,
that's what I tell you. You won't give me a chance to they don't put this together. I have to split no numbers. I gotta put this together first. You putting too much pressure on me. You have to let me explain to you why I say what I say.
What's the ceiling for a teacher? Let's do that then. Give me the ceiling. They didn't teach all their life. They didn't put their career into teaching. What do you think that ceiling should be, salary wise? Not administrator, as a teacher. This person want to be a career teacher. What should they have to look forward to? 25, 30 years in, they still teaching. They're doing a good job, getting good results, whatever the case is. What are we looking at?
25 years of teaching?
Yeah.
They shouldn't be no less than 55.
55,000. So your ceiling for teachers.
If they done been teaching 25 years?
My problem is that I lack in conviction from you, man.
Man,
that's what I lack in. I lack in conviction. $55,000. That should be the ceiling.
That's plenty of money.
I heard some numbers about 80,000 was thrown away when I wasn't here.
I was being facetious when I said 80,000, right? But this is why I said what I said, right? And I had a conversation with teachers after the show, right? So Garfield argument was every government entity could argue that they need an increase.
Sure.
Right? And I said, that's fine. Right? Also, I said them, if you're a police, custom officer, immigration, defense force, 80% of the time, if you are up for a promotion, you don't get it. When you do get it, if I'm not mistaken, I think about 85% of the time you get your back pay.
Okay.
Right? What can a teacher be promoted to? A senior mister, senior mistress, vice principal, principal? How many schools in the Bahamas? How many vice principal, senior mister, senior mistress positions are there?
Gotcha.
So the ceiling for promotions for a teacher is slim to none.
Sure.
So the salary should be very competitive. Mm-hmm. I think it should be better than what they're getting now.
Okay.
Based on conversations I had.
Okay.
And I said to Peter, and they asked me why. Peter's argument is because the national average is a D. Teachers ain't doing their job, so they don't deserve no raise.
Right.
Right? And I tell him I disagree. And another conversation with the teacher, and this is why kind of sort of the average is a D. Now, I stand to be corrected by any teacher that's listening.
Lower than that.
Right? If you have 100 children in the system, and only 70 can take the basic exam. The basic exam, the highest you can get is a C. Mm-hmm. the other 30 can get possibly an A.
Mhm.
So even if all 70 pass with a C and the other 30 pass with an A, the average still ain't gonna be a B. It may still be a C. Once again, I starting to be corrected. So if you have all these children in the system only taking the basic and getting C's and D's, and you add in a lot of grades from the other schools, of course it can bring the average down. That don't necessarily mean the teachers ain't doing their jobs.
Mhm.
They tell me the teachers should throw the children out of class. It don't work like that. It ain't easy for you to say, put Peter out of class because Peter ain't paying attention
Easy.
in the government school system.
Easy.
Okay, and this is why I say that.
Give me a pen. Let me
Okay.
understand. You say out of school or out of class?
Out of class. When I all right, they say put them out. They say not out of class. They say put them out of school.
Or out of school on the whole?
Basically, on the
Okay.
whole. Mr. Roll tell Mr. Wilson, who's the principal, Mr. Ramsey ain't learning, he ain't paying attention. I don't want him in my class. What? Because what? Because you didn't. So he said. So what the word is looking for? Apparently, what has to happen is now they have to do their investigation to why Mr. Ramsey ain't partaking or learning or do whatever. Parents, guidance counselor, all these people calling XYZ. It ain't just that simple for you to say, "Oh, Mr. Wilson, I don't want Mr. Ramsey in my class," and Mr. Wilson say, "Okay, Mr. Ramsey, hit the road." It don't work like that. Once again, for the record, I stand to be corrected.
Okay. Let's let me ask you, because let me interrogate you a little bit. What should be the basis of their increase in salary?
Now, and I agree with them when they said, if
You like to defend before you even respond.
no, if you're gonna say, okay, they based on their class and what their class do, and if you want to give them an incentive and their salary based on their performance for their students, then I all for that. But even if you have a teacher with 30 children in class and all of them is A students, her salary is still the same at this present time.
All right. So let me go back now. You're saying then, in assessing teacher A for her increase, we should look at her performance, right? Should we look at the results of her children?
If that's the route the government choose to go.
No, I asking you if you.
No, I don't.
If
if I was in charge, I was just gonna give them an increase.
But then because
all right.
I like this conversation and I actually agree.
So let me tell you why
I agree with the idea of teachers making more money, but I think we need to figure out. Remember how we jump on the young fella who had that idea, who went flying styrofoam on the fire.
Yeah.
So we gotta make it make sense.
All right, so this is why I said that.
my thing is I have no problem with the increase, but what's the basis of the increase? I don't think no one should be on a job and they get on the job and the ceiling's right there, they can touch it. I think the ceiling should be something to aspire for.
Right.
I totally agree with that. That there should be an incentive. One of my options when I finished, when I went off to school, was to come back and be a teacher. That was really an option for me. But when I looked at the salary, that didn't last long.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I could have done that and look at that salary. There was nothing for me to look up to. That ceiling was here.
Right.
I came in bumping my head to the ceiling, and that's a problem.
Right.
So I believe that there needs to be something up there that if the same way as an engineer, when one of my co-workers went off and did their master's degree, they was guaranteed when they came back getting their master's degree, we can bump you up here. And once you get your license, when I got my license as an engineer, I bumped up even higher, salary wise, and as with more experience. When I first came in engineering, I was just a drafter. I was built at $50 an hour. That's what the company built me out for. When I left the company I worked for, my hours was built at $250 an hour because of time, and I didn't get the certifications and that.
Right.
So there should be something that we could stretch out for. Like, hey, that's a mark out there, and I have no problem with that mark being whatever, something that makes you a professional.
Right.
Make you feel like a professional. Right. To me, $35,000 in a career for 10, 15 years, to me, that you don't really feel like a professional.
No.
Just getting away, Gary, the clocking.
Right.
Punching the clock.
And teachers are professional. I agree with that. But now, right. So now how do we quantify and qualify that to make that make sense? I know Peter waiting to get in there. Let me get some comments in there. Then we can jump on that. Yasmin Newell says 30 grand is the starting salary for senior mistress and masters. It's not cool. All kind of crazy talk happened when you left. That's what
Who said that?
Dottie. No increase should be based on performance. No, increase should be based on performance. You get based on increments based on students' performance.
Let's roll. Good woman.
Yasmin say not fair, Julie. So many other factors affect student performances, not just the teacher.
See, there we
Well,
go.
we know you want for your bad.
Yeah.
Well, Yasmin, then how do we? You got to help me. You got to help me because I still got to. I can't see me raising you. Let's say the ceiling is $80,000. I can't see me raising you to that $80,000 level because we can't afford all of our teachers becoming administrators. No. We need the good ones staying in the system.
Agreed. But
we need an incentive for that. But see, I can't give Miss Johnson, Miss Smith, Miss Thompson the 80 grand when every year I look at it, your students them ain't pushing out nothing for me.
Not saying no students. If we have 20 children in the class, you know the old saying say you can take a donkey or what.
I want 14 of them. I need. Yeah, but I need 10.
Give me a percentage.
I want 12 to 14 of them.
Give me a percentage. Give me a percentage. That's fine. I could with a percentage, but you can't tell me if all my students ain't passing, I can't get it in. I can't get it in.
I can't tell you that.
No, you can't.
Why can't?
Because if I sit down and I decide that I could take Denzel on as a project, right? Not to say that's a bad example. Let's say I tend
to. No, that's a perfect example.
Go ahead.
All right. And I say, okay, every day after school, I can spend an extra hour with you.
That's on you.
Right? I spend an hour with him. He go home. He forget everything. I do this for the first term.
Right.
His grades don't change.
Right.
So how is it now my fault? Because when he in class, it seems like he catching it, you know. It seems like he's understanding.
So
hold on now. It seems like he understanding, but he made up a problem taking exam.
Are you dashing him?
I'm saying to you, as a teacher,
we could deal with that. Because then I believe we should look at that child, and if that, like my I know of someone that one particular class they was doing, like I went to the teacher actually, because the child was getting for class grades in the 90s, and in the exam they got a D.
Right.
And the teacher said, "These children don't pay attention." I said, "Ma'am," with every due respect, you're talking foolishness.
Right. Because you could look at the work.
If you tell me now this child in your class getting A's and they flunk on the exam, obviously either exams are their weak point, right, or someone else wrote the exam and you didn't prepare the child properly for the exam.
Exactly.
One of those two things happening.
But even in that case,
so who is going to now be? But according to you and Garfield, you all still is going to penalize the teacher for that though.
Hold on 1 second, sir. Even in that case, and I'm glad he used it. Even in that case, that child would still come over with a C average.
That is true.
In that case, that child still come with a C average, which under my system is fine.
Yeah.
You see how that go?
Hold on now.
Go ahead.
That's not what Joel said, you know.
That is what I said.
No.
But see, I wasn't there, so I don't know what they say.
Sir.
Let me keep on reading. comments.
I'll tell you what I said. I can repeat what I said. Can I apologize for something I say? And then double down.
I mean, I only said the exam for an exam. It might be other things that be taken into consideration. The child mightn't sit the exam. Child, you know, it's all kind of things to put into place.
Donnie makes a point here. With this comes some persons getting top classes, hence problems. I don't see the problem. I think if you're getting a lower stream, there's still we can see the progress of the children.
Right.
Even if they're on a lower stream.
Right.
Anyway, Donnie said thank you. Spit those numbers out correctly, Carlo. My comments. Oh, that's back now. They disappeared a while ago. Oh boy, it's a lot of comments. I'm thinking majority perform well with great teachers. I know there are crazy variables, but I think teachers really have the ability to make kids believe in themselves. What? Hades, no. Bachelor's degree, 50,000, master's 70,000, and PhD 100,000 and up.
Negative, Miss Johnson.
Wow.
We can't afford
80,000? That's more than all directors and permanent secretaries make. I think that's even more than a minister's salary.
Ain't nobody care about the ministers, them.
But I do think that
they don't care about the ministers.
I don't care about them. You know what? They wouldn't have been smart enough to be ministers. They sit inside in front of the right teacher. Don't get me started.
I think directors and CEO and permanent secretaries are like CEOs, and their salary should be higher.
Of course, and not only that, if the junior staff and the middle staff make it, with the senior staff make it, we paying out too much money. Where we gonna afford it? First of all, where we gonna afford the baby side?
See, that's what y'all keep talking where the money coming from.
I saw many people talk about how they used to fail in school, and then they came across that one teacher that made them believe. After that, grades went up despite the turmoil in their personal lives. Here comes Yasmin. Career path for teachers: trained teacher, senior teacher, then master teacher. The administrative path is senior master mistress, VP, then principal. Okay, so we have a path then. We have trained teacher, senior teacher, master teacher. I want to see them numbers.
Yeah,
I want to see them salaries, and I want to see what makes you. It can't just be longevity.
Yeah, because you
That's all. I think that's. I don't know. Maybe A and B, but that's
What's the basis of that?
Because I don't know what's the difference between the senior teachers and the master teachers. We have to pay our teachers better than $30,000. No, not for them grades.
Better,
Not for them
man.
grades.
Come on, and you college educated too. I need to see. I need performance. There got to be some metrics, man.
Let's talk government. Let's focus on government.
Chandra Grant, are you talking government or private?
No, we only
because
can talk-
government salary
we only can talk
scale is
government.
very low across the board.
You only can talk government as a private enterprise. You can
Vera, we're glad to know that you're listening, but you
you, Vera.
began without telling Mr. Wilson happy birthday.
I'm very insulted by that.
And I will put you on notice that this Peter Wilson's birthday. Yeah. I even mentioned you in the opening of the show, and you come on here and you mentioned Peter Wilson's birthday. Anyway, let's read your comments.
Yeah, mouthful.
The longer I do this job, the less I think children are responsible for their own failure. We don't look to hear it. I just don't like to hear it, but it's true. I think some social and personal circumstances mean that teachers are ultimately undertrained to handle the variables, to manage the disciplinary issues, etc.
I take that into consideration, but I don't believe.
No, she actually supporting our point. What she's saying is that she believes that the teachers, the well-trained, the undertrained teachers, that are not. I guess what I'm understanding is that they ain't handling these different elements that they should be able to handle.
Some of it because anyway, when I get to my time, I'll let you all know some stuff.
See that.
But no need to reinvent the wheel. There are international standards that can be assessed so that a comparative analysis can be done to determine a fair wage. See, I don't ever like them kind of statements.
No.
Don't ever put no international standards. We Bahamas.
Right.
This bottle.
Right.
Whenever you tell me when we can look at standards around the world, don't tell me no around the world.
No.
And then we wonder why we lack creativity, lack innovation. Everything we do is what somebody doing around the world. Sorry, Nita. You know he's my girl. No, Carlo. Teachers are very influential. They can make a difference. Boy, Julie right with Peter Strong.
I saying they can't make a difference.
Way to go, Julie.
Student performance can be based on whether I have low-level class and I am able to get that student from an F to a C. Absolutely. So you think in that case my salary should be 80,000?
No, ma'am.
No, not 80,000. No, you a little way off. We need more. We need more than that. We need more than that. I need an F to go to A. You will get an 80,000, and I need you to show them the value of higher learning. So I need to see a master's.
Right.
Because I need you to inspire them.
That is correct.
I need you to do some specialty classes. Yeah. I need to know that you have invested in yourself to merit us giving you this. Because you can't be in education and show me that you didn't hit the ceiling.
So
in education.
So basta.
Go for it.
When you have these teachers who have invested in themselves, as far as degrees, bachelors and masters and all these stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the same teachers who, like I say, as far as I'm aware, be careful now. They are in charge. They are responsible for the decorating of the classrooms. Mm-hmm. And all that stuff on their own, right?
Yeah, I disagree with that 100%.
And like I told
that class would never be
decorated. I told them the last time of this conversation, and this is why I was so adamant about teachers having an increase. I've watched teachers adopt children.
Yeah,
I watched teachers take care of children.
Yeah.
Pick up from school, buy uniform, buy lunch, take to the barber, take to the hairdresser. All this on the little couple dollars they making.
Right.
As far as I know, they don't get paid no overtime. I don't know. Once again, they starting to be corrected. I think some of them may get paid if they do the BJC or BTCSE classes. Some of them may not. But all the passion and all the drive that they take to put into their craft or their profession, mm-hmm. and still at the end of the day, you got to go home with a drop in the bucket. Mm-hmm. The way they teachers get good is a long summer.
And let's wait till the side job, making for the salary.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Nita Mo says, are the teachers being equipped for success? There are so many things that have to be done to make sure that teachers are being assessed fairly when discussing taking tacking pay to performance. I don't I hear you, but I think pay got to be connected to performance no matter what the situation is.
But in the
We
government
have
system,
to.
but before you read this long, before you leave, Miss Wilson, in government schools, they don't repeat you, right?
They don't?
If you have a 0.05 and you're in grade 9, you go to grade 10.
Yeah. So
You know that?
Oh, that came up a couple of years back, right? Like about 15 or so years ago.
Yeah, social promotion.
Because there's no space, right?
That's insanity.
So that's what they're saying.
That's
what they
insanity.
say. So now how do you really grade that?
Who should be fighting
When the
that
government,
who should be fighting that battle, by the way?
the teachers union?
Well, that's who I think should be fighting that battle.
But what do you do, right? See, because that's the piggyback on what we just were saying off air. We talking about the reproduction, right? We're not saying that y'all are scared. We could be outnumbered, right?
Right.
The school system is swamp, right? The government school system is swamp. In 97, when I was in grade 10, my homeroom, just my homeroom, had 40 children. Just my homeroom. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we had 10 or 11 grade 10s with no less than 35 children per homeroom. So when you have 4 classes of 40 people or 30 people that do not pass, and you have another 6 classes, grade 9, getting ready to come in grade 10, then actually you have no choice. They have no choice. But
Yeah, no, we have a choice.
But what you could do?
First choice you have is to call the parents out. That's the first thing you got to do.
Call the parents out and do what?
Tell them they turn dumb and they dumb.
And what that means?
What do you mean what that means?
When you tell me my child dumb, I say, okay, so what?
So
be it.
you were saying about it, the church dumb and,
Yeah.
and you dumb.
And you dumb.
We have to make sure we
But
properly
listen,
represent what the
teachers don't like us to use the word dumb, right?
No, oh, that's right. I was supposed to. That was the first
Educationally,
thing-
just say
that's the first
educationally
thing I was
challenged.
supposed to apologize
Yeah, for calling children dumb.
I was supposed to
Oh,
apologize.
and you just said it again?
Yeah, because I really meant it. I really meant it.
But honestly, what do they do though? What do they do when you have trailer loads of children in the government school system and there's nowhere for them to go?
I'll tell you what should have happened.
They should build more schools.
But we can't afford to build more schools.
You can't afford to build more schools. You can't afford to give the teachers who dealing with
we
this.
can't afford to do more than all that. We cannot afford to be putting our children with 0.0 GPAs.
Yes.
Now we can't afford that.
Yes.
That is a whole lot more expensive than building more schools.
Yeah.
So what we need to be doing is identifying every child, every human being was born with some skill set, some ability, some gifting.
So they did. They put
That
them in
can-
agriculture and horticulture.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
We
what
got
they
to tap in. Sometimes it takes a coach. It takes somebody in human resources, somebody in woodwork to identify what's their skill set. This child had something,
But
we
in my-
gotta be saying, hold on, what this child have? This obviously they ain't got calculus, but they got something. We
don't
gotta find that thing.
And I don't believe you are teaching them calculus,
No, calculus in high school. Incremental should be performance based on how the teachers meet personal targets set with their line manager. How well has this teacher improved in skill based on areas of their practice that are identified as needing improvement? That may include student performance, but should not be limited to that. That's the same way we should determine student success, in my opinion. How they progress against personal targets. I agree to a certain extent that it cannot just be the performance of the students. It got to be some other factors, but we have to weigh in the performance of the students into the equation.
I spoke to a teacher.
in the mic.
I spoke to a teacher. As I tell you, lambasted me.
Right.
But after the teacher lambasted me, the teacher also pulled me aside and said, you 100% correct. I just didn't like how you said it. Which I take that under advisement. What the teacher also said to me is, the teacher says, part of the problem is these kids don't want work. Because how these kids are graded, right? Class work is even more important than exams. You could have horrible exams. The teacher used the word horrible. But if your class performance, your homework, your other tests in class and other stuff, if you had been doing what you were supposed to be doing, as bad as your exams were,
You shouldn't fail.
you shouldn't fail.
Right.
But the teacher said the reason why these children fail is because they failed in the exam because they was failing during the year. And that is where the aspect I didn't get in was these lousy parents. And the reason why these parents get away with being lousy is because how the government present these figures to the public. If you take the private school system and the Family Island system, which I said you off air, is the best in my estimation. And if you look at the grades that used to be when they used to present them, and used to be broken down, the Family Island schools outdid the private schools in this country.
Yeah.
And still
Do you think the numbers? Do you think the numbers contribute to that? The number of students.
I think the number of students, but I also think the way that the parents on the Family Islands raise their kids.
Well, I think I don't know. I think both of them are major though. I mean,
the size of the classes, yes.
when I left CA Dreams to go to that next institution, I won't call that name.
Right.
I realized there's 14 people in my home.
Absolutely.
And I was like, "What man?
Where the rest of the school? The rest of the class.
Yeah, no, that place.
And that was significant.
That plays a major
So
role.
when you get them smaller classrooms, I think one of the things is we almost need to double our inventory of schools.
Right. Okay, and that's
We almost need to double that.
But how will we do that? The only way we will do that is if the Bahamians realize how bad it really is. Bahamians are under the impression, right? When they see that D average, they're under the impression that D average, they say it's bad, and people laugh and lambast. They don't really understand how bad the D average really is. That D average is a combination of Family Island schools, private schools, and government schools. If you were to separate them by numbers, and you'd say, okay, this is what the Family Island schools do based upon the numbers, this is what the private schools do, and then you put the government schools, then you'd realize how bad it really is. The teacher said to me, she has a class of 40, okay? Took the last PDC exam, she had 1 person pass.
Wow.
1 out of 40. I said, but that don't sound right. And to me, if you was a teacher,
You getting soft because that person you talk to them because you'd have been mashing them right up.
I going to get into something. You let me finish.
Okay, sorry, because I would say you getting soft.
Watch this.
Listen.
I said to them, well, what was your reprimand? I said, what you mean, what's my reprimand? What's your reprimand? You just had a class of 40 people. 1 person pass. You still teaching? Because next coming in this year,
Yeah.
you was supposed to be teaching.
No, we should be. We should be. You should be in history.
You should have been gone. They said, well, no, nothing. I said, and that there is a problem.
What did she say contributed to this abysmal results that she got in the class?
The teachers union. So the teachers union and the ministry telling them to make students take exams that they know.
Okay, I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Under last year's situation, I give a blind.
Yeah.
I get. Look, you know what? Whatever the results is this year,
Yeah.
the teachers get a blind from me.
Right. But I hadn't heard no score. I was only last year's score.
Yeah. So whatever I get, so I won't hear what she did the year before last.
I can find.
That's what I need to find out. Yeah, because I give everybody a blind for this last.
But I do
set of
know
results.
she never had 50%.
So she getting teacher certificate now. So no, you can't get 80 grand your teacher certificate.
You hear what I said? She never had 50.
They say you need to lease your masters.
That's a problem.
Yeah, no, she's never had 50%.
That's a problem.
Who?
The teacher has never had 50%.
Now let me tell you, I'll
Now at 50% what?
Pass rate, sir.
Oh.
I am.
But see,
I have taken an exam before. I never forget this exam. I
do not. I listen. The teachers go in front of the class and they teach you the curriculum. And they ask you that, Denzel, you understand what I just did? And you say yes. And you know, and God know, you don't understand.
No, this ain't college. Hold on, now. This is high school. Now. That's college language. Right
Right.
there.
No,
That's
listen,
college language.
Yeah.
when they say you don't understand, and you say you could, and you say no, you could repeat it. Teachers do repeat. Teachers
No.
do.
I know you finished game, but I can catch you before you get it because I think you get in trouble.
Yeah.
Go ahead then. Go ahead. Cut me off. Then.
There's class week
Right. That could show you don't
that will
understand.
confirm whether you understand
So I
or
don't
not.
understand, right.
That's why we used to do the little quiz, do quiz. We used to do little homework,
Little mock
little
test.
class assignment, little exchange paper, and we mark each other paper.
Right.
Little come to the all right, you
Come to the board,
Mr.
right?
Mr. Ramsey,
Yeah.
please explain to me
Right.
what is
I go-
Pythagoras theorem.
Right. I go on down.
I don't know what that is. You ask me to explain it now, or you? I don't know what that is.
You know it, man.
No.
Don't do that, man.
I do extended mine.
You know it, man.
No.
That extended every day.
Right, right.
I file every day.
But even,
Yeah.
but,
I
but
said
even,
third straight.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. You
but
remember
one,
that, man?
but 1 second. And me and Mr.
I don't know the
Ramsey
math. I know the
Mr.
math.
Ramsey had this
I know the measure stuff.
I had to inform Mr. Ramsey of the facts.
1 cup, quarter cup,
Which is the
3/4
fact
cup.
that those who took extended, right, could get B or A or B.
Right.
Those that only took core could only get C.
Right, that's what they tell you.
But I said to Mr. Ramsey, getting C in core wasn't difficult if you mastered core. And mastering core was not hard because core was simple.
I have a fundamental
Simple for
problem.
who?
I have a
Simple for who?
I have a fundamental
It was simple for
problem.
me because I couldn't do extended.
It's simple for
It was simple
you.
for me
But
because I couldn't do
we had
extended.
a show for
You
that.
was
we had a
above
show-
average student.
We had a show with that before, right?
And not math.
And I do not think you should have gotten away with not doing extended. You didn't do extended?
No, sir.
See, everybody to me should do extended.
No, my math teacher, Miss Williams. Hey, Miss Williams, from NCA, she was real.
No,
She patted me on there. And she
No.
Said, she said, "Baby,
Listen,
you
man.
got
I
said,
say everybody should do extended.
no. They only
That's
made
when you had to pay-
Everybody.
That's when you had to pay for it, right? You still got to pay for
They
BJC,
only made-
BGCSE,
I don't
It
know.
was $15 a time.
a test, right?
Yeah.
You think my God, I'm gonna spend $50 for me to dig the extended, and she know I in stream tree.
Man, listen.
I in stream tree match. The teacher ain't even recommending you.
Bro,
Yeah.
If you wasn't in stream 1 or 2, they wasn't recommending you for paper 2.
I ain't talking about the child who was in the lower level streams who has very little comprehension of anything there, right? For whatever reason. I'm talking about the student who is the 2.5 student.
Okay.
Not 2.5 student, 2.3 student.
9 times or then they took the extended.
No.
No, they didn't. But
No.
not in private school. No.
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 And I'm saying that student should take the extended.
So if you
Because you don't know, let's say they did the core and they get the possible marks is out of 70. Let's say, I don't know, they might have gotten 70% on that core.
That don't help them. That don't help them improve their grade. Though.
If they could get some of that extended,
No.
and they
No.
added together?
No.
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 Which mean they added together?
No, they're not added together, sir.
So, see, y'all confusing me. That don't make no sense to me. Because if we have the core and then the extended, the two grades ain't combined.
No.
What do you mean they ain't combined?
Ask the teachers. No.
Yo, someone please help me with this.
So in the BGCSE paper, it have core and extended. The grades
And I
different.
did it. It had. Well, I only did in math. I only did core. So
Well, I do extended and none. So I
only
can't
did-
really
only
tell
did
you.
one paper.
And what does your thing say? Core or extended or say BGCSE math?
They BGCSE math.
Exactly. So if you did the extended, whatever you got should have been added to what you did in the core.
Yeah, but I didn't want to do extended because I done it.
No, but it ain't about to me. It ain't about a feeling to me that should have been added to your.
So if I get if you trying to tell me
I don't
so you
understand.
telling me
that.
if I get
if I get 70 and 0, I divided by 20. That like me.
so
No,
so
but it's still
that's
the
so
same
that's
thing.
what you're saying. If I get 68, no, say I got 65, right? If I get 65 on paper 1,
Right.
and I get 15 on paper 2, 15 plus 70 should give me a grade. That's what you're saying.
What I'm saying is,
I mean, that's
all this together should add up to your, let's say 100%.
Miss Roll.
However, it will go.
any of the roles, the teachers.
Yeah, please help me with
please
this.
help us.
Because the total from core
From A and B.
and extended, when you put them together, they add up to 100. Right? If you only get core, it can, whenever you prorate that can be up to 65 or something like that. Whatever.
So it'll be 65 out of
Out of 100.
right.
So
or
if
65 out of 70.
70.
no. What I'm saying is that you have this whole 100.
So you're saying
You have
70,
100.
70 is
If
the
you do
total.
the core, you could only get
70.
70, which is okay. 70 is C.
Right.
You can only get 70. That's a C.
Mhm.
Right.
That whatever you get in that balance, which is the extended, that's going to be prorated and added to that 70 to get
So
you
you
to
say
the 100.
so if we get 15 on paper 2 and 70, that's what 85. So you should
Let's say
you
you
get
get
a peak.
15. If you're 15%,
Right. I say so you should,
no, 50. If you're 15%, right? You prorate the 15% to the 30 that's left. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
So you said
that's
I-
50. So
you
that's a
said-
50.
You
No,
said
no,
as bad as-
that'll add another. If you prorate 15%.
I see what you said.
of the 30,
Would you say
that
that's
should add another 10, 3,
as
6
bad as I
points
would-
to your mark.
As bad as I would have done on paper 2, you said I still would have helped my overall
It
score.
has to.
Okay.
And if that's not the way it
should
add
be.
up,
It
that don't
should
make no
be.
sense.
Okay.
Because the two of these things together, you didn't get if you get everything right in the core, you don't get an A.
No, I got a C.
You still get a C.
Yeah, I got a C.
That means the balance for you to get an A is in the extended.
I was surprised.
So
I got a C.
anything I do on the extended, let's say I understand nothing in that level math, but somehow I remembered the quadratic formula.
Okay.
and you getting that's extended, and there's 2 questions on quadratic formula, and you nail them. Man, I can help your thing.
But Dan, if I'm mistaken, right? If you ain't in the top stream, they ain't teaching you what you need to know for the next paper, for the extended paper.
That's another thing.
That's another problem, yeah.
So if you only like if you only in stream 3, they can teach you everything you need to do to know to pass the
So you
the
can't
core.
pass the core. You got to get an A in the core.
No, the C is a pass.
No. You miss what I'm saying. You got to get 100% in that
You
core.
got to get almost like I was explaining to me. What I did was, it was a couple of us. What we did was actually kind of rare, because usually the people who only take core get D's. Yes.
No.
If you get a D on the core paper, that means you did pretty well. You only did core. So if you get a D in the core,
I mean,
so you did pretty well.
For transparency, I only get C's and D's, maybe the C's and A.
Right.
And we all know what I get A in.
Right,
But
right.
that's
Right.
But that was the walk in the park for me.
Right.
What was that?
I'm culinary. Well, food nutrition.
See, to me, when you on that path there, we need to put you on some kind of program where we could set this boy in this course, and let's see if we could push his math up and his English up to where they need to be, and push this boy in this.
Could I start COBI since 017?
Right. Yeah, that's prep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Because there's only one course of that, and then you more. But not only that, you should have gotten. See, and this is where the government has failed you, because that A in culinary you got,
That's major.
you supposed to go.
But I was able to get a scholarship though.
So now you doing foolish. Now you doing foolish. You talking about that.
Yeah, see that opens up another.
That a whole other.
Hold on. I don't want to open up a whole
Okay, we get thousands of comments. I gotta get them in because I don't want to
They
get frustrated.
actually
Let me
was
try to
pushing
catch up.
you into doing something you didn't want to do it.
Mostly because they are not. Let me see.
Well, we freezing.
And I go on.
No, I come in there
And
now.
you have to get a blast the government. I scared to blast the government, and the government do right by you.
Yeah.
Do foolishness.
Let me go.
No,
Need to say after all this, right? She says some teachers are garbage for true though. Neither you can get right in trouble.
Don't do that.
You
Don't
get
let me-
right in trouble.
don't let them
Don't
follow
follow me.
me.
I am only reading stuff on Facebook, y'all. Don't come for me. Vera says progress is a key concept that is ignored when people talk about the national average. Okay. Mostly because they are not incentivized. No one becomes a teacher because they are lazy. The job is too hard.
I didn't get hard, I just
What?
No, it hard.
No,
when I say, all right, so I don't think the people who become teachers because they lazy. Everybody, I would say 95% of teachers have a passion for that. Ain't nobody's just wake up in the morning and say I want to be a teacher. You have the one that
100% passing in a government school system with no acceptance exams is impossible. Some students have learning disabilities and other psychological challenges that affect their performance. In order for these regulations that you are suggesting to be put in place, our student intake procedure needs to change.
Okay, fair enough.
I agree with that. I think it needs to change. But again, we talked about progress though as well.
Right.
How are they progressing?
Right. You do realize most of the students who graduating. Thank you.
it's a dime difference.
Yeah.
All right. No, we give you a blind on that.
give you a blind.
We give you a blind on that.
Most of the students who graduating now out of public schools, you realize they graduating with leaving certificate, not diplomas.
It's not graduating then. It's finishing school.
That's leaving school. I ain't finished school. I you finished.
That's true. That's leaving.
You have to factor in international standards because this is why we lose human capital. We are not competitive. Now, when you say we are not competitive, now I don't agree with that because most Bahamians who I know who go off to school and most average students in the Bahamas go to the US.
I think she's talking about salary.
I think she talking about being competitive and
Salary-wise.
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 The people don't come back.
Yeah.
Okay, from a salary standpoint.
Yeah.
Salary standpoint.
Yeah, but I don't want to base it on them. I think we should look at them, but I don't want to base that on them.
Okay, fair enough.
This is Sparta. The problem with the school system, it is broken. Why are we still giving the students BJC and BGCSE and they can't use it to get to college?
Boy, boss.
Still have to take
Boss, I was waiting on you.
SATs.
Boss, that's not actually correct, but it's kind of correct, but it's not actually correct.
I think that we need to revisit. I think that they may need to spank up the BJC and BGCSE a little bit, but I have no problem with us having our own certification exams, our own exit exams. I have no problem with that. And our university looks at them.
Yeah, I have no problem.
And the job market is looking for them. How much BGCs you have?
Yeah,
How many BGCs
Our
you
issue
have?
is the kids going up. A lot of the kids who want to go off to do the secondary education go off to the United States. That's not our fault.
Right.
The government ain't telling you to go to the United States.
Yep.
You choose to go.
Yep.
You go
Yep.
to UB?
And listen, I don't know if anything has changed. I heard it's gotten better. I ain't gonna let nobody. Now, what UB lacked in our day was facilities.
Right.
But the level of education that you got in UB to me was second to none. So I ain't jumping on the bandwagon.
I ain't gonna just sit here and quote that like that. That's C.I. Gibson's motto. We are second to none, not UB.
I apologize.
Yeah. So you can say the education.
They
is pretty
second
well.
to none, all right.
Listen, y'all little dirty eagles or falcons or whatever y'all was down in the back of the dirty south there. Y'all do your
No,
little
I went
thing.
to NTA, sir. That's a question.
When we were in school,
Same
we had
comment.
woodwork, carpentry, agriculture, auto mechanics. Those were the classes offered to kids that had challenges learning.
And
or both doing as well as others, or not doing as well as others. Give options, man. I agree with that.
Hold on, but see, that's my problem. See, now I always had a problem with that. Woodwork, carpentry, agriculture, horticulture, even food nutrition, right? Those classes was offered per se to those kids that they perceive not to be smart, right? Not that they were gifted in those areas. Oh, you can't do accounts, or you can't do bookkeeping, we can put you outside in the dirt. And that's what it was.
Well, that's in the government school.
In the government schools.
Because in private schools, they're electives.
And then when you sit down, when you go down, when you look at the window and you have agriculture, horticulture sitting on, I can get a bunch of this. The teacher probably sitting in the car,
Yeah.
and the children probably playing in the dirt or doing some foolishness. They ain't teaching them nothing but how to grow nothing, how to plant nothing, from my recollection.
Yeah. There should be some sort of assessment. I know
You say the Fox, where you get them from? Which Fox you talking about, my love?
that have been earlier. I don't know where she said it. That was a good while back. So I don't know, but that was 16 minutes ago.
She 16 minutes.
Yeah, I know we talking about that. I know. I mean, the comments coming in. This is a hot show today. So I trying to catch up now.
Let me know what you said. So
Well, every time we talk, but this is be like,
Always be smoking out. I trying to get everybody in here.
I almost get tired up over some turkey.
But I think when it comes to where there's no vision, people perish. That when you talk about sending these children in the direction of woodwork, carpentry, whatever the case is, I think to make that more attractive is if that path should have some low level, some 0 level class, 017 whatever in business.
Mm-hmm.
See, that changes the thinking now.
right.
When
You said you up
do-
for entrepreneurship.
Right. So you tell that boy, you tell a Carlo who is getting C's and D's and this 1A, bro, we need you to do this class in commerce, but we showing you this is to set you up to open your restaurant.
Right.
And then now your thinking changes.
But they do, and that's
They
why
don't.
I know. I don't. But in high school,
The
I don't. But in high
government
school,
schools do not. I've been in school over 20 years. While I was in high school, they did not care you to say, okay, well, listen, you good at this. You good at carpentry. So like Denzel say, okay, so you have this down back. I can tell you cut this and you cut this, measure twice, whatever. You got this down back. You can build a cabinet in 2 days. If I give you the equipment and the measurements, you got it down back.
Mm-hmm.
But I put you in maths. And you can't get it done for some strange reason. So in order for you to be able to be excellent at your job, you have to know angles. You have to know these things. You have to master this also, like how you master that. In order for you to be productive in the entrepreneur world or in the carpentry world, to set yourself apart from everybody else. All they're doing is they taking you and they throwing you out in this because you can't do computer. You can't catch on. You can't do bookkeeping. You can't catch on. You can't do accounts. You can't catch on. So let me put you outside to run around in the dirt, to go inside the class and get dirty. And that's what they did. Now, some teachers did take you under their wing and say, listen, okay, we can help you master this. But others, it was just a class to pass time.
I had a guy. I went to one of the schools. I won't call the name of the school. This was after a violent incident. I had to go into the school, and a particular teacher talked about. And I was trying to figure out where the story going. He was talking about the violence in the schools, and he said this. He teaches agriculture, and the student the first day early in the semester came at him with a cutlass and chopped him across his face. And this teacher said, he said to them, I want him. Leave him. Do not expel this boy. Leave him in my class. and that boy was on pace to get an A in BGCSE. He was taking the BGCSE that same year. He said he's a top student. He invested time into that boy, and now that boy was jamming in agriculture. So, I mean, of course, every teacher is not that teacher.
Right.
But we have seen so many people transform that we know transformation is possible now, but it's hard to do that when you get 40 children. It is hard to do that.
Yeah, but when you
get all them children in front of you.
But that's 40 children in this homeroom, right?
Yeah.
40 children in this homeroom. So
some of them classes will be 42 now.
Yeah, but you don't have no dancer, because if you have 40 children in your homeroom, right? All of them in top 3 in maths.
My woodwork class in CH, people was busting on the door. So I know where it was where you was. I know where we busting on the door.
Well, all our electives didn't have 40 children.
So we had to share them. You know, high table where you put the set square one.
Yeah.
We had to share some of them.
I used to hate carpentry. Didn't like music. Couldn't start technical drawing. Shut up, Mr. Francis.
My dad had students in woodwork that became professionals and entrepreneurs in the field of carpentry. Awesome with wood. Good stuff. I agree. We need specialty schools after junior high. Separate the doctors from the pharmacists. Why would you leave? Wow. We can't keep comparing lions to fish. Well, we do in there with lionfish. Let these kids shine in their giftings. Major class size is critical, but a well-trained and well-resourced teacher can work that 40, bro. Shouldn't have to, but if they were supported in the pressure they are under, a good teacher can make that happen.
Glad Vera said it.
Teachers are poorly supported by the system. There, I said it.
Did she say they poorly supported, bro?
I agree with her.
Yeah,
but I never
I never say teachers couldn't do 40. You know, you make it seem. You said that no, I agree.
No, I said 40 is a lot.
It is a lot,
especially in them little small class.
But it's be tight. You can't say 40 now at this COVID.
Yeah, 40 is a lot, bro.
I'm famous for saying I understand and I'm lost. I understand what Shorty said. Yeah. Where that was we so far. I'm trying to catch up. Yeah. Definitely heard this before. Vera, why is it extended if everyone does it? I don't think it should be extended. I think everybody should do it. I think it should be one exam. Possibly. Give everybody a chance to get maximum, man. All of us don't learn every part of the content.
That makes it core.
We just get lucky. Let's make it core then. I read that. In SAC, you done start off wrong in SAC. I get ready to dismiss a comment. Yeah. You start off with that in SAC. I ain't hear nothing else you got to say. In SAC, if in 9th grade your math average was a C, correct, you take in core. Correct. And your math classes were the basics to prepare you for that. Correct. That's a problem for me.
That's all school. It's not just SAC.
No, man.
That's all school.
To me, somebody getting a C,
that
don't make no sense.
If you getting a C in certain schools, you take an extended, buddy.
In what school?
I don't call people out on this.
You still have to pay for both BJC and BGCSE, to my knowledge. Core and extended are the same price. Kids learn differently. Can we at least identify that, and are the teachers able to incorporate different learning / teaching styles? Or once the majority has mastered the concept, we good to move on? Seems though we even into the majority. Once I finish my syllabus, how I feel I finish it.
And that went over.
That one came over.
Yeah.
Math class was separated for the rest of senior high.
Correct,
I into that.
Correct.
And in an ideal world, teachers are trained to accommodate various learning styles. However, in a class of 40, this is where parents' choice of school is critical.
Now we narrowing it.
Now, I know Vera parents' choice of school. Because some parents don't have a choice.
You have a choice?
Or they have a choice.
What choice they have?
Okay.
So instead of going
what choice they have?
So instead of going to CH, you send me HNAS.
That book out.
Or there's some other choices they have.
But private school?
Yes.
They can't afford it?
Yes, they could.
How they can afford it?
They choose not to afford it.
They can't afford it.
They could afford it.
They can't.
They make some personal life choices to make sure they got it.
So now I know some parents, right? That's their mindset. Their mindset says, I'm going to turn my child to one of the best public schools, in their opinion, for grade school, and then they're going to invest in their child in high school education.
But fine. I know children that go to government school, family members of mine, that go on vacation every summer, spend thousands of dollars on vacation, and then come at the end of September and send their child to government school. Now, you say they can't afford it. They just afforded it. They just paid a year.
There are those persons.
Yeah, you know many.
But they're not the majority, though.
Okay. You would be surprised how many parents could actually afford private school if they choose to. They choose not to. There are some persons that honestly cannot afford private school. There are levels of private school in this country, you know. There are different levels.
What do you say to this? A gentleman says to me, he's an accountant. They're known to be very frugal. He says, he said, all of us pay for education.
Yes.
Every Bayman pays for education.
And we do.
Every single one.
Yes.
He says, but we just like to waste money.
Some of us, yes.
We pay twice.
Some of us pay twice. Some of us pay 3 times.
He says, once you send your child to a private school, you pay for education twice.
3 times, but yes.
So why not? And he bought me in, but the problem is I couldn't buy. Robin didn't buy in.
Yeah, well, I was.
He said, what? No, but hold on, though. A group of us in the barbershop. A group of us in the barbershop.
Correct.
Have children that are almost like the same, almost all in the same age.
Correct.
There's a whole group of us. Our children are right around the same age set.
Correct.
What if 50 in us? So you know what? We can do CA Reeves.
Yeah. No, that
And we say we can make the system work. Because what his point was is that we paying for it. Let's make it work. But we ain't got the time or the energy to try to make it work, and that's why it don't work. I'll tell you this: when my mother was the PTA chairman, PTA president at CA Reeves, she was insistent. She was She was on them the whole time, and the results and things was happening in CA Reeves was crazy.
Okay.
Because and she was able to get a lot of parents was on board. Their PTA was jamming, and I can say this now. There's a new principal there now, but the last principal said it seems like they kept that going because they had PTA meeting one night before we had church. I was blown away. The auditorium is booked out with parents there at the PTA meeting.
You talk about that?
Yeah, that tripped me out.
That is not. You think that's the norm?
I don't think so. I think that's hats off to the principal and what was happening there at that institution. Right. So if we invest in these,
Rich was showing in the grades, by the way.
Which private school to me, and I say this based on what I found out 4 years ago. I know it's changed. Mm-hmm. 4 years ago, there was no private school that could sit next to Jonas.
In what?
Academics and what their children was doing.
No, that's not true.
There was no private school that could sit next to them.
That's not true.
Grade 7 and 9?
Grade 7 to 9?
Grade 7 and 9?
That's not true.
Who?
No, but Jonas is flying.
St. Augustine's College.
No, sir.
Okay.
Not 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
No,
7 years
sir.
ago. 10 years ago. 25 years ago.
Probably QCA.
QCA as well.
Probably
no.
Nassau Christian again.
When their math results, and I had it written down. I had to find it.
Nassau Christian Academy grading scale.
That's only because you know.
No. Nassau Christian Academy grading scale.
You bias.
From 7 to 9.
Yeah, but
it's the hardest in this country.
I hear you, but I'm saying
But they teach
when
you.
I went to the school.
They teach you. Their curriculum teaches you.
What's your point?
Teaches you.
What's your point, though?
Prepares you to pass that.
Right, but what's your point?
So
they teach you to prepare. They prepare you to pass a harder curriculum. What's your point?
Okay, that's your curriculum.
He said, did you have with the?
But anyway, the BGCSE is straight across the board, though.
Okay.
So we talking national exams,
and we talking national exams,
NCA curriculum and grading scale
is so high. Show me the paper.
Necessarily means that all them girls will sit.
Show me the paper.
I need one HO teacher to please come in here to confirm what I just said.
Show me the paper that shows where HO.
We got to go look for it.
Yeah, go look for it.
Do your investigation.
And I'll concede after I see it.
Their BJC results were spiking everybody.
Negative.
Everybody.
Negative.
Everybody.
Never.
We do our research for the actual.
Never see it.
When I was in high school, only a few teachers taught extended math, and you had to be in their class for the full 3 years.
I tell you that.
In order to be signed up for extended. Because I don't like that. You are right, Pastor. I'm not a teacher, but took 9 BGCSEs. My teacher told me they don't mark your extended paper if you fail the core.
That's also true. Now that's also true.
So that means then you can get on that.
No,
on that extended to help you.
They don't see it.
Well, I could get it because it's no way you can pass. So I get it. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
But let me take on 2.
Okay, fair enough.
Extended curriculum is different, and the idea is the pace of learning is different. More content in the same amount of time, but I get past this point. So here's my problem, y'all. And this is where I guys get in arguments with teachers a lot. There are institutions in this country that are preparing their children to take these math exams in grade 10. I get a problem. To me, one of the roles of my ministry of education is to try to ensure that top Bahamian student A over here, top Bahamian student B over here, should be somewhere around the same level in the system.
So
I wasn't even going
I expect my ministry education,
I wasn't going to say that.
and I probably off. I probably off in this expectation.
No, you weren't off.
But that's my expectation.
No, you weren't
So
off.
my expectation is that 10th grader here
Right.
and 10th grader here, who are top students,
Yeah.
they should be on par.
I will tell you this. When I was back in high school, they didn't. My brothers were able to take their PGCSE in grade 11 and cruise through grade 12.
Right.
They didn't allow us that option when I was in high school. Those fellas was finished from grade 11.
right,
Easier.
my daughter did I think 5 BJCs, 5 BJCs or 6 in grade 9. I mean in grade 8. Sorry.
Yeah.
I would
if
have taken PGCSE if I had stayed in St. Drews in grade 12.
Yeah.
I went to that institution for grade 10 and 11, and I took my math PGCSE in grade 11.
Okay, and pass.
I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But hold on.
So now you
hold on.
Because I don't think I was creme de la creme.
No, but listen, my thing. I think if you have an 8th grader in H.O. Nash or C.A. Jeeves that is eligible to sit to BJC,
What's eligible?
I mean, based,
I think be eligible.
based on
You get $15.
based on the grade.
See now to my dad father's
Based on that grade, though.
to my dad father's credit, right?
Based on that grade, you gotta tell me.
When my math teacher told me that I couldn't take extended, he was very hot by that.
Right.
Because you can't tell him what his son could do.
Right.
And he went to GHS, paid the $15, and said, you can sit that. I then said to him, you only wasted your $15. Because I can't pass it. But his point was, if he really wanted me to take it, I was taking it. There was nothing she could do.
I with him.
Right.
Go ahead.
So, to your point, you're in grade 8. You want to take them in grade 7, you get $15, you go. You could do that.
Right,
And no one could stop you.
right.
And you could bring your grades back to the school, and your child would be in Groove Street. Ain't no one could stop you from doing that.
Agreed. So
So-
you said as an independent student.
You just take it as an independent student.
So I think it's the same. Like I said, I think it's the same across everything. If you was in grade 8, if you were in grade 8 in CCA Dreams,
Yeah.
and you in the top shame and you've been flawless or you've been doing good
Yeah.
in maths, I think a teacher would recommend for you to be able to sit the exam in grade 8.
But by the way, I don't want the teachers feel, this is what I was talking about. I don't want the teachers feel for 1 second that I putting all the blame on them.
No, you gotta put most of it on the system.
No. See, now you're trying to escape some blame for some people that I'm not allowed.
Who, the parents?
50 to 70% of the blame is on the parents and the student. 15 the teacher, and 15
The system?
the system.
No, boy. The system gonna get more than that.
No, I still blame the
You
majority.
still, the parents can get the majority, right? But the system still get the teachers. The teachers only can do so much, within that.
They've chosen to do so much because good teachers get ostracized when they try to buck the system.
Well, I try to make sure I get all these comments in. They coming in too hot, man. There's plenty. Keep on going these comments.
Yeah, keep
Yeah,
on
go ahead.
Keep on going for
There's
the
plenty. And Ratchet is correct as well. They never taught lower streams for the extended paper. My son did come in.
Hold on, man. My name is Carlo. Who that is? Who that is? Red shirt.
When they say red chick, so
Red
they
chick.
watching on Facebook.
They watching you, dog. They can't see your face. That's Carlo. I'm
Yeah.
not. CeeLo.
CeeLo.
No.
Yeah, see?
No. His name is Carlo. Mr. Ramsey.
Yeah.
Talking no foolish. CeeLo inside here.
My son
The
did come in.
teachers,
My
Yes.
son did come in math due to his, I guess, something missing there.
Yeah.
Teacher saltiness, but he still got a C. I am sure if he did extended, he would have gotten an A. See
It's
that?
grand eye shot, but nevertheless, your
But if
son
he got a C, that means he got an A in that.
he's
In
very.
that
Your
course.
son is very good.
That means he could have got something in that extended. He'd have got something.
So you trying to say? See, you making me feel bad. So you
Yes.
trying to say I gotta do better than I did?
Oh, if I was your friend, if we were where we are now and you was back there, I'd have been putting heat on you.
I don't
I'd be Peter, just go sit down in there. Go sit down in there, see what happened. Make them mark that.
Kids today from
Different man, we worked. If you weren't in the extended class, you took afternoon class to show you can take extended.
not Carlo.
No,
My son did core in math. His teacher did not, or that word was core, not come.
Okay.
All right. His teacher did not recommend him to do extended due to politics. He got a C. Oh boy.
What the politics is?
What kind
want-
of child? What kind
Yeah.
of child is get? What kind of politics?
I
is
need to
it?
know about politics because the teacher should be rewarded for more. How that work? No, the teacher should be rewarded for more.
Look.
than taking extended.
Who's cheering?
The church failed.
That's why they feel it now. You should type where you spelling there.
Because they can't see them reference pictures on the papers.
Well, bad he do it.
That's true, though. That's true.
The Vera, exactly. I should be paid for all 40 different learning styles. Oh boy. The Bahama still not sure whether they want to follow the American system or the British system. I said let's just follow the Bahamian system. They are offered, but they still have to have some level where they can function. Example, read. The Family Island Schools comment. Okay, I ain't sure what it was. Oh,
No.
but their results is?
The results. Well, that was when I was in high school.
No, they were smoking back then.
They were smoking.
I mean, Preston, Albury, Ellen, Coakley, and them schools.
I told him Ellen Major was number one.
Yeah.
NGM Major.
Sorry, what is?
NGM Major.
NGM Major.
Yeah.
Next one, mate.
Was number
I
one.
think so, yeah.
I thought it was Long Island.
Long Island.
All of them were smoking.
All of them are smoking it.
They were doing well.
They rolling. At that time.
But I say, but at the end of the day, do you really think?
Because only 9 of
It's
them.
like only 6 of them in the class.
I don't care how much of that is. The 6 smoking. See, the 6 ain't just passing it. The 6 smoking.
Yeah.
See, let the court be the examiner, no other people. That's Pastor Stubby, he looking at his phone now. No, Peter, he ain't telling lies. They living their best lives, so John. He's talking about vacation. They don't go to buy a school.
I tell you, they've made the decision.
Do we have a moral obligation not to override the government system, though?
I can be honest with you, our government failing in Satan.
We would be honored to have parents of your caliber, gentlemen.
What school you teach at Miss Newbold?
Let me let her answer. I can answer.
Now, Miss Newbold, I will tell you the truth. You was have a problem with some parents and young. That's a high call group. I was looking at the report. They can tell you. I look at the report card different.
Report card. They know me by first name. Is at the school
I
yard.
look at the report card. I look at the report card different.
But that's what will improve the system.
I walk in the office and say, hey, it's your favorite parent.
On any child that is known to me, I look at your report card too.
There was a lady who...
You don't feel injured around me.
There's someone who accused my... who marked one of my brothers down on a paper that he did. And I think it was history or something like that. And when, of course, my mother marched down to that school.
Oh, absolutely.
It was C.H. Reeves.
Yeah.
She marched down there and said, "What's going on here?" I read this. This looks pretty good to
the
me.
only thing I says I read it.
So she said, "I could tell you write this. That's why I do that, because you cheat."
Oh, that was the problem there.
Oh.
Yeah, but no, because I had to put you in your place. I don't have the G.
Oh, and that was it. And the rest is recorded in the annals of history of that school.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Because she didn't have to go to the principal's office.
Because
you can't
grade nobody based on your assumptions.
You think
that's human nature.
The mother wrote it, so that's why you do it.
Notice what I said before. I didn't know the story. I said what I before the story.
Yeah.
People do that.
When you got a teacher who said this child can't be this smart,
okay,
that's a problem.
All right then.
I don't expect her to be this smart. You can't be this smart. That's crazy right there. The parent investment is higher in private education because of the money they spend. You make a good point, Pastor, because some private schools have huge class sizes too. Yes, they do.
I don't want Vera. I don't want you to feel all parents who send their children to private school checking now, because maybe before you said that, a lot of them check.
Listen to me. Some people failed
Yeah.
at the institution I was at.
Yeah.
I try to figure out, like, what?
Okay,
dude, how you feel?
all right then. A lot of them age.
We have one dude in there who get you get a high 0 point.
Yeah.
He's right. If he did try it hard, he get a 1 point.
Yeah.
But he missed that 1 point. Yeah. I try to figure for the life of me, but how you do this?
See, math was the one subject that I could get away with, because it was always I had a deficiency in math. So I could get a D in math, and it was no problem. You let me come up with a C in anything in history, literature, English language, religious study, a C. Oh, that's a problem.
Major problem.
Oh, absolutely.
Peter Dwayne says that can happen, Peter. 50 strong parents in any school will make a transformation. especially the father.
I agree, but who could be the voice of that 50? Because they ain't gonna be me.
No, we didn't group us. I think we get trained the same way. We didn't group us to agree, and then we just flood one school.
Yeah, you let me know the first.
Yeah, you let me know. You all do 2 years, and
No,
then you'll check
no,
me.
we got decided together. We got decided together. We had a carpool there because I fooled around with. Remember that story in the Bible? Where there was a story in the Bible. I don't know the story where these two mothers. There was a famine. The mother said, "Listen, we can." It was bad. It ain't funny, right? But she said, "So what we can do? We can boil our children. You boil yours first. We eat it, and then we can boil mine."
Yeah.
So the first one boil a child, and the mother said, "Hit a
I got
nap.
that. I got that.
Hit a nap."
You can't
So
you live east.
No,
I
I trust y'all. No,
Yeah.
we'll have a meeting place. We'll just drive together.
You don't want to trust because he ain't gonna happen.
I got it. I got it.
As much as I tried my children with see I walk in age, I know in my heart I stay again.
I got it.
No,
I got it. I got it.
why?
I don't want to. That's the person.
Why?
And even that I don't want to.
I don't want to.
It's the fact that I can't do it on principle because it didn't happen to me. So I can't allow it.
Well, I don't have that same excuse. I've been in government school.
Me too.
Things change. Teachers ain't the same.
I don't agree with that man because I could understand calculus but get beat from fractions or angles. Mark all the Turing papers. That's my point, Julie. That's what I'm trying to say. For me,
why she keep spelling children like that?
That's how we spell Turing.
Turing.
That's
We
how
don't
we
with
spell
Turing. We don't with Turing. We don't with Turing.
all right
That's how
then.
we spell
Yeah.
Turing.
I only be in for
Children just go to different schools.
Yeah, Turing is
We don't believe Turing now.
We don't believe Turing.
All right, then. sorry, Miss Joel. Like they bring me up to speed.
No, but she
Listen
right.
to me. Up to now, that when night and bring home homework now, and I see them little bracket and thing little matrices, I start getting a little cold sweat.
Yeah, you get nervous.
That I get, and I did every math class in COB. I did up to math 280 in COB. So I did all kind of math.
I didn't know they had that
My
much.
godson come with the algebra. When he come down the algebra, I say, let me tell you the truth. We better go check it.
I say go check your mommy because I don't know.
Because if you're looking for help here,
You're in problems.
yeah.
Them old subsets and supersets and this and that.
Not for me.
Although I didn't do all them calculus and I nail them.
Yeah.
To now I see that I start getting cold sweat. Like, oh boy, what I ain't sure how to do this.
Now, when you want to talk with black bed and
You want it.
come see me.
But my thing is that get a I can not have fractions like this person said. I don't have fractions, but I get angles. I don't have angles, but I get graph. Give me a chance. Let me
But
do
I don't
this.
want them on the regular paper. Well, I know. I don't even know, mama. I said that long.
No, but the quadratic equations on that second thing, and that's where it didn't make no sense.
What is?
Man, you gotta sit down and figure it out.
Quadratic equation.
Peter, you could have figured
But
that
you
thing
don't have
out.
no choice. He's sitting there, gamu.
Yeah, but I only could go.
No, but you could have
always could draw.
the day before the math.
He's doing it.
the day before math, the day before the math extended paper, you could stay him that night. If I was a coach, I said, listen, Peter, listen to me. I need you to get two things. That's all I want you to get. We can learn a quadratic equation, and we can learn this. Don't study
In
nothing
full
else.
the
Don't
If
study.
what you don't know
nothing
the
else.
night before, you
That is not true.
Carlo, in full disclosure,
Come on.
I was in summer school in grade 10 and grade 11. Okay?
But government school enough summer school.
No, I was in summer
I
school.
don't think there's summer school.
Well, see, in NTA, if you didn't pass math or English with at least a C, you couldn't move on to the next grade.
So
I had
you
to
do summer
I
school.
had to do summer school.
So, are
In
you
my school
advocating
uniform,
for
but-
making all schools public? No, I'm advocating
Oh, no,
that
no.
we have to get engaged in the public school system. Fit the way.
He said he gonna take his too, but them in government school.
I was prepared to.
Yeah.
I honestly, I really was.
And I understand that.
Because my thing is that
Your
I
wife
mean,
is
my children,
is such a good woman.
my children good. I mean,
wife is a good
we
woman.
gonna fix the system.
Your wife is a very good woman.
I was ready for it.
But listen, so
the only challenge I would have had
Let me ask you a question.
would have been the extracurricular activities that happened in some
Let me ask you
of the public
So
institutions.
let me ask you a question.
God,
So let me ask you a
Let me
question.
finish the story, but I went to this institution with time to do a little, intervention,
Yeah.
and do a little talking and preaching and whatnot. Man, I had to leave, man. I go sit in my car, man. I almost get high. I was like, this is too much. This is too much marijuana,
Yeah.
man. You have one smoke, but Lord God, man, I made this aside of the campus.
Yeah.
I go under my eye. I had the munchies,
no, these fellas.
and I'm saying, like, what's going on here?
So let me ask you a question. So you think?
Go for it.
So let me ruffle some feathers. So the only way for you to make an impact in the public system is your children got to be in a school.
I think you make greater impact if you do that. That's not the only way, but you can make a greater impact if you do that.
Yeah, because how else you can make them back? Because the first question people got, you come in here try to tell us, but our children, your children will go, yeah.
Right.
You know how we go.
I only ask.
Right. And then I think this is sad, right? And I know they can get mad at me, right? But it speaks volumes when it's hard to find a teacher in a public school that is sitting in their car waiting for their child to walk out of class.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In other words, most teachers in public school leave public school to go pick up their children.
Well, my mom was slack like that too.
From private school.
From private school.
Yeah. We used to go right there. She used to, go to LW Young when she was teaching 7 to 9.
Yeah.
And I'd walk right over there to Kingsway.
So that speaks of being you selling Pepsi but drinking Coke.
Oh, absolutely. And selling Pepsi high.
I think that is happening more and more now anyway, where students can take exams earlier. Definitely a growing phenomenon. And I think if this 3-year exam is proven out to be a 1.5 exam, we have revisit something.
Yeah.
Something wrong with that. If students take this thing in a 1.5 in a year, that means Mr. Ministry of Education, not minister, but the ministry, the whole team. But say, hold on, man. They finishing this in a 1.5, 2 years. And we have 3 years and our students still don't take in core.
Well,
something.
COVID knocked us back. Let me say this. And I was able to, with my godson, able to go and witness some of his classes, right? His online classes. And it gave me a better insight to some of the teachers who I didn't think used to be doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them doing some work. Some of these sharing doing work.
Right.
And he was one of them. Okay?
Right.
Because I would leave the room, teaching. I'd come back in the room. He watching TV.
This is Baba.
So who fault it is?
No, that's his fault. That's his fault. And then it became my fault because he was there with me.
Right.
Okay? So he thought I was doing something. So he comes, so he in there, and I mean, so door open. He's so engrossed in what he watching. But then to the teachers, I think to the disservice of the teacher, she in the Zoom class, but she can't even see the teacher in their jacket because I think he watching TV.
This little virtual operation thing was getting this.
Well, that was a complete failure.
It was a little rough.
Failure.
Now, I mean, my children doing the virtual operation, and now when it came to the virtual school, there was a level. To me, there's a level playing field. To me, there's no public school, there's no private school.
You mean because it was
now it became parents.
Yes.
It became an issue of parenting.
But the system, according,
man, half of them tablet was in.
Yeah, the system wasn't fluent though.
I still say it comes up. There were some issues with the system, but I think the playing field was leveled, and now it becomes an issue of parenting.
Because parenting had to make sure, like your tablet ain't working, they got to get on it.
No, I agree.
Because the material was there.
Yeah.
Now
that there was.
The material was there. There were some glitches, but at the end of the day, there was no for the last 1.5 per se, or last year, there was no public school and private school.
Right. It was just school.
It's just school.
Yeah.
And then we really got to see what kind of parenting was happening.
Boy, QC was rocking and rolling.
I want to say something. Let me
rocking and rolling.
St. John's was doing pretty good too.
No, Temple Christian did well as well.
So
but
he used to have me. They was rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I mean, I and Danny, they was jamming.
Mm-hmm. Only boy we had to get the belt for a couple of times was little man.
Yeah.
But my daughters they was fine.
I had to get the belt for homeboy.
Parents always feel like they got teachers' motives figured out. Oh Lord. Give the teacher with 46 and let's see. Also, A through C % passes out of 6. Come on. Vera says, of course not, Peter. The same money makes them feel entitled not to check. They paying not to have to be bothered.
Well, I can tell you what a parent tell my parent. So they paying for the teacher to check.
They really feel that way.
Like they felt that way.
That's what they paying them for?
Yeah, because they was trying to tell my dad he a little overbearing. Because they couldn't understand why he carried on like that with me over, I think it was a C- at the time.
Yeah.
When their son was getting like a D. And he
was no. I said the ceiling. They say, oh, don't be out on Kai. I say, hey, listen.
Yeah.
It's my money.
Yeah.
1. And 2, what acceptable in your classroom and your house don't have nothing to do with my house.
Absolutely.
Well, my father was more insulted. My father said, well, I don't know where you come from.
No. So
And
this
there's a
what
standard set here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
right.
You keep that over there wherever that
Right.
come from.
I'm saying, I say the thing about it is, I say what you all don't realize is that I didn't put the standard on her, you know.
Yeah.
She put the standard on herself by her performance.
Yeah.
Now I'm not. Now it's my job to hope that for her to maintain that standard, I ain't gonna let her fall off.
Right.
No, I used to 95 and 93, so no, I'm not gonna accept a 90. Oh, that's she's still Emerald Club. I say, hey, that's a little St. John, so what? That ain't.
Yeah.
I'm
Another
not
way.
doing the Ramsey household.
There you go.
No.
See, and this
Man, if you put that inside the CH now,
Oh,
gone. Gone. CH gone.
and what had happened was I was supposed to play one little basketball game, and me and the other fella was two benches, but this was our chance to shine. An old man showed up, he said, well, didn't I tell you was a bled?
Should I hold in on?
Oh, absolutely. You get your bag. Let's go.
Are we? And this is me who believe that we have downgraded a lot in this era that we're in, and so this is almost me being duplicitous. But do we need to pull some things out of this curriculum, knowing what we're dealing with?
Now that may even be a
do
fair
we have
point.
should we lighten this load a little bit? I talking private schools and public schools.
Yeah,
I talking across the board.
What do you say? Lighten the load?
The amount of work the students doing, what we trying to teach them. Are we overdoing it?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, it all relative.
Because
It's all relative.
Now that's a very good point. Relative on where we are today. I read a statement that we can deal with at some other show from Loftus Roker that I mentioned before the show.
Right.
Loftus said, great Bahamian General Loftus Roker said, that
Best immigration officer we ever.
we made decisions and we did some things in the Constitution based on the time that we were in.
Right.
Based on the science that was available to us, based on the technology available to us. He says, now, if certain things can happen with today's technology, I have absolutely no problem, and it is consistent with our intent that if you allow so and so to happen, and we'll talk about that in another show down the road.
Right.
That things have changed. So based on you saying being relative,
So let me
functioning in the job place will not go back to how it was in the 80s. It's not going to go back there.
No, I agree. So let me give you an example. I was by my daddy one day.
Boy,
and
that's even a
his
bigger point.
his daughter, right, was doing. She's in grade. I think she's in grade 10 or 11 at the time, and she's doing homework.
Mhm.
What she was doing, and I want to say in grade 10, Kai was doing in grade 7, or had already done.
Okay.
The St. John's versus a public school. And I was like, why are only doing this?
Mhm.
My daughter didn't do this, and she just started in junior high. So I don't know how the curriculum is how the curriculum supposed to be.
We can get a teacher, but then we can't have no cameras and we get a teacher.
Yeah, they can't go. They
can't go.
can sit in that seat over
They
there.
can sit in that seat over there.
And we
can
get to start
ask,
their
we can
mic.
write the questions. After they can give it back to us. No, that's the only way we can do it.
Ask Miss Wilson to come on the show.
You gotta be good.
Is science mandatory in grade 10, 11, and 12? No,
Yeah.
or is it optional?
No, I think it's with science. I think you got to choose one.
Actually, I may ask her, you know.
Why?
Do it.
I think you have to choose one. Why? Oh, I don't know why. But I think it's two different types of science, right?
What's that?
It's two different types of science.
Should you have to take science in grade 10, 11, and 12?
Yeah, because I think biology is a part of the core 5.
Why?
I don't know.
You
But then
actually
the
know.
extended part of biology is physics and chemistry.
Because my daughter learning, the stuff she's learning in grade 6 about amphibians and this and that and the other. Why?
Why she learn about amphibians?
And some other things she learning about. Why?
Oh,
The same reason they teach by Christopher Columbus. Just for
I'm saying, do we need to look at it? I mean,
For
for
knowledge?
where we are for knowledge.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, a lot of the things we can learn from knowledge that's more
I
applicable.
could be honest with you. That was always my, especially when it came to history. I didn't understand, and like children today, kids today, no children, have no basic, fundamental understanding on how government works,
Right.
what government responsible for.
I could touch that.
Yeah,
But they teach it though.
no, they don't.
Yeah, man.
No,
Yes, man.
no, they don't.
They teach that,
No,
man.
they do not.
Because you's got to know who's
No
the
one.
minister of this.
No
What
one
the
knows
But the
function-
man say how it work though.
how it works. No one who's the minister of what doesn't explain
And
the
then-
function.
Man, I almost No, I think civics is teach that.
No, they do not.
Civics don't teach that. The only class I didn't think made any sense was family life.
Let me tell you something.
That's a real fun
We
class.
have no basic. For example, we live in a non-republic, right?
Right.
We live in a constitutional democracy.
Right.
These children have no basic function of the role of.
I mean, I almost think they teach that.
No, they don't. Okay,
No boy, you don't teach that?
when you was in school, you know the queen was head of state.
Yeah, but listen, man, you got. Yeah, I did know that.
You did know that.
Yeah.
So you know the role of the governor general.
Yeah, I was representing the Green.
You know the role of the prime minister.
Listen, my boy.
No, I'm asking you. Did you know
they
the
teach
role?
us these things.
I asked you. Did you know?
I don't know about us
No.
learning those things.
Man,
today.
I almost said we learn them
No,
things in
sir.
civics.
Negative.
No, sir.
Negative.
Not nice in school.
Man, somebody please correct them. We ain't learn they teach them in civics.
Did you know what a JP was?
I don't know if I learned that in
No,
civics.
you don't learn these things. Do you learn the role of the Christian Council? How it
No,
was formed?
of course not. No,
Oh, that's,
I ain't learned that.
and
I don't remember learning that. Let me say that.
Let me see. The precepts on precepts, Julie. You need to master all court access extended. If you can't get fractions,
Sit small, baby.
sit small,
Yeah.
baby. That is not accurate, Vera. I totally disagree.
I
That
know
there are
you-
some areas that we just
But
don't
you just
grasp.
say you wasn't taking extended because you know you couldn't pass. So that's the thing very serious.
He had us back then. We didn't help him.
Who's me?
We made you. No, we help you too.
No, I did 5. I
And that
passed 5.
quadratic equation question could get you a good 20 points.
I
Bing.
wasn't gonna get a point on that, Julie.
Easy.
but I appreciate you taking it away.
we'd get Peter ready for that.
I wouldn't get a point.
Now, don't start on summer school. That's a whole scam.
Oops.
Oops, did I say that?
I figured it out after the fact.
By the way, not all kids are good, Pastor. There's greater risk attached to send a child who has learning challenges to a government school. Well, I understand that, but they're developing some little programs in these government schools for the children with learning disabilities.
But I see they get plenty of schools going on.
Like
Plenty of
tourism
schools
is our
popping up
number one industry.
Yasmin is confirming the school she teaches at. I didn't want to say it. She says she teaches at the historic and incomparable Robert Sandlin's Primary School.
Well, that's a good school you want.
Now, I'll be honest, this is for the first time that I realized that Sandlin's Primary had a first name.
Yeah.
I never knew that. Neither.
I didn't know that.
I thought it was Sandlin's primary.
You just didn't.
No, now I know the man name is Robert Sandlin.
Nobody wanted to go to Sandlin's primary.
Exactly right. Because they only want to be great as Sandlin's Primary too. Sandlin's.
Sandlin. But I didn't
so
even know the man first name.
I didn't know the boy had a first name.
Yeah,
I didn't
you
even know the fan had a first
Yeah.
name.
So that's
I didn't know it was a person.
So Sandlin's named after Robert Sandlin's
And
too?
who is that?
I don't even know who that is.
That is the point.
That's another problem. Because apparently he got a hospital, he got a school, and he got a village.
Right.
And we don't know what this
And
one
we
is.
don't know nothing. And see this and this thing. There are
We got
many
Silas Village, we got Silas
there are
Primary
many
School.
schools around. Yeah, we know. Like you going to C.I. Gibson. You know C.I. Gibson stuff in the community.
It's Timmy Gibson, brother. Timmy Gibson right in Atlanta.
That's all you know.
That's all I can
I was
remember.
doing a project with Naya about AF Adley, man. I was blown away. I said, but it's good stuff right here.
Powerful. You did it.
I did not know this. I said, but AFU was all right.
Yeah.
It was brilliant, man. I was like, these some smart fellas.
Oh, yeah, for Shaman.
You bought the bazooka.
No, from what I understand, students who take it early, BGCSE, start early. It still takes them 3 years. No, it's not true because I went to an institution
Yeah.
and I took it after
really-
being in the government school program.
Yeah.
So
And
it's not true.
And he was cruising.
Jamming.
Yeah.
I was not. I got a B and I was not a good math student. I could have got an A
Yeah.
if I had focused a little more.
Yeah.
I didn't get math until late, till I got to COB.
Truly,
I'm ready to tell my story. One of my greatest success stories was a chronic summer school student, F in the term, A in the summer school every year. That means that summer thing ain't working out.
I mean, the regular term ain't working on it. He's doing good in the summer.
Yeah, because too much people was in the class, couldn't focus.
If the field was level, the results should show that. No, I ain't sure what you're referring to. I remember that. Not in all cases. So I went to government school and we didn't do any special prep but regular classes. I passed English in grade 11 with an A. Good. Students falling.
Hold on. Go ahead. Read it. Finish it.
Students failing other classes also passed that BGCSE. That English teacher was amazing with a class of 30 plus.
Yeah, but what stream was
You
that?
just don't get at a plus, man. Get a person a plus. That was a good teacher.
Yeah, but what
that's
stream
all
that
it
was?
I give Nita more.
Yeah, what stream she was in grade 11?
A. See if it was B. That's
Yeah.
different. A is A.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she get a pasta with an A.
Carla
because she-
don't like that, putting that
no,
onus on the teacher. Do a
she-
good job.
She could have been in a good. She could have been in a high stream. She might have
Yeah.
been. She might have been in a high stream.
It still don't matter, but if she get them students doing them kind of grades,
No, I
that's
agree.
amazing.
I agree.
Same student told me he does better in summer school because it's only 2 weeks to concentrate in order to pass. These kids have it sussed out.
What school? This is only 2 weeks. See, that's summer school in a real summer school.
So I mean, I ain't lie. I have Ms. Akka Wilson giving a commentary, but I mean, if we really expose the schools that she is taught at, she really shouldn't be going to talk all this talking.
She don't.
But I ain't do that. That's my friend.
Yeah.
That's my friend, my personal friend.
But from she say 2 weeks. What kind of summer school that is?
She probably getting paid for 1 2 weeks.
Because NTA is a hard 4 weeks, and you have to wear a uniform.
But yeah, y'all is not a camera operation. Y'all is not a piece altogether. Dear Akka Wilson, this is my method with UB. All my math classes were done in the summer. It's easier. Okay.
Why they find out all of y'all doing that?
Why are we still teaching Christopher Columbus and not the Constitution and rights as a Bahamian? That was Peter's point.
Yeah.
Mandatory 3 types you must do. 1 and a second, and 3rd is elective in some places as a stomach science.
Okay.
No, biochemistry, physics, home economics, commerce should be elective.
Why I wish bio was an elective.
No, you do bio. That would
I
be.
would have lack out of that.
That would be ugly textbook. Biology for life.
I would have lack out of that.
So
All of that is learning social studies.
I tell you that.
What social side? That fake news.
That's,
See,
I must just start
See
now.
that? The government is starting grade 6. The function of government and the kind of government we have in the Bahamas.
Fake news.
Do you all just do a project on that?
Fake news.
They probably just started now.
Do you all do a project on what the government is, who the prime minister is, or whatever?
Yeah, she
Nothing
would.
to do with the function. What's the role?
She
what's
would
the role
know.
of the executive branch.
Listen, she do all that. I can't remember now. Text
I'm
not gonna put my daughter on the show.
No, she just do a project.
Yeah, that wasn't just like a jest today. But she done it. She have done it. She has done it.
Dior is a genius. If you ask Dior,
Yeah,
if she knows, she'll know.
Yeah, she probably can tell us for you.
Ask her what's the role of the executive branch.
I asked her.
Most people don't even know who in the executive branch.
I don't know.
Okay, that's my point.
Social studies covers our government.
Come on, what government? Fake news to me.
Also, how the government is chosen comes Yasmin.
See, I tell you all that.
No, I lied. That was probably because I took history.
I tell you.
Mama's Nuba teach primary school.
No, I tell
She
you.
does. Jobs nowadays only looking for math and English passes on job applications. Job training is available, so them other things really don't matter on the workforce. Is the bank interested that you have biology BGCSE? Is that applicable for a job in finance?
It is not wrong.
So listen, see, and so jobs asked for BJC and BGCSE, right? In my old place of employment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't have none of them. But the little aptitude test and the little maths and English thing they do, they just pass them with flying colors.
Yeah.
I there's an exam we did in the school I went to, and I still will. I'm going to end the show and I call their name. But there's an exam called a little aptitude test called a DAT.
Mm-hmm.
And that was more of a skill set, so kind of your obviously your aptitude. I thought that would have been an awesome thing to film introduced inside public schools, because it is not math and English. It's really your ability to decipher and the process and this and that.
Yeah.
I think those kind of things need to be included in the government school system. So we can really see what's happening and kind of weed out some things. I had to make it sound classy. I just know with Robert Silence.
No.
Yeah.
Last comment. I comment based on experience and observation, sir.
Sir. On in caps.
You can say all you want.
Yeah,
So that should be after junior high or before junior high.
I did it in grade 10.
So that'd be going into senior high.
Yeah, I did it in grade 10.
That's to start guiding you on your career.
So
Because based on your results, they
Right.
kind of tell you these are the areas.
that is strong.
Not mind you, they got it wrong for me. They tell me say I would have make it good. They gave me 3 areas. They said a music teacher, a low-level bookkeeper, or a garbage man. That's what they gave me.
Do you guys, man?
Yes, sir.
Oh wow, let's make some money. So let me ask you guys before we
That's
go.
it.
This
That's
country
it.
is a great
So I think they swing and miss on me.
Yeah, before you go, right?
Yeah.
You, Melvin, you made the point about Family Island students
Yeah.
performing so well because of that, and I said it's because of lack of numbers,
Yeah.
right?
I didn't know if I agree with that.
That's fine. That's it. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
I think they do good because there's only 5 of them.
Yeah, I don't
That's
want.
fine. That's fine.
I don't want to do that because
So do you think?
people in Auckland study.
Do you
Yeah.
think? Do you think it is? That's what he get upset. Do you think the government should look into a shift system for schools to cut down on the numbers?
Where you can find teachers.
I know, pay them more. Everybody, more people to be one be teacher.
No, I think when you start doing shift systems, I mean, to plan that out, you guys start shift system doing shifts for the country. Because now that means I can't work 9 to 5. I can't this and that. You got to change. I mean, it's an interesting concept. It builds capacity, but
It
now,
actually makes more sense if we're ready for that.
but the whole way we function got to change.
Before we end, we need to talk about something before.
The beach there?
We ending now. Which
No,
one?
the
We out of time. We out of time.
No,
We
no,
can
no,
talk
no.
about-
The best.
It's 7:35.
You don't get no service tonight, man. You don't have no service. All the men you drive.
Y'all should have said that long time, man.
You don't get no service, man. You have all these time. You got a shot to go to service and then put on your little collar. You got call up on the night. Press the horn for the people on the beach.
To address the beach there.
Wrap it up.
Okay, 1 second, man.
Yeah. Give us 5 minutes.
second,
Give us
just
5
5
minutes.
minutes.
Give us 5 minutes.
We have to address
Madam
the
producer,
beach
we
there.
gotta talk about these people on the beach.
Yeah.
Press the lighter on for the people on the beach. See that the ship system will affect the environment.
Yeah.
So how much is it for you, Miss Newbold? Now how much for the people on the beach?
So, Miss Newbold, I watching you because I want to know now if you ready to wait for this.
5 to 8.
5 days.
Yeah. 5 to 8. But listen though, all the people on the beach get mad that Atlantis brought their beach chairs. And say what they say?
That ain't the most disturbing part of it.
They say
That's the second most disturbing, but that ain't the most disturbing.
what's the most disturbing part?
The most disturbing part is that a Bahamian, a natural Bahamian citizen, sending a WhatsApp message directed to the Prime Minister and the Minister of Tourism. And in this message, they gotta say they stealing our idea. The fact that a Bahamian could think that the idea of having an umbrella
Beach
on
chair.
a beach chair is an idea that a major hotel company stealing from you.
Listen, you ain't supposed to be on the beach working.
Forget that.
You supposed to be on the beach chilling if that's your idea.
A shade, because that's what it is. A
Yeah,
shade,
shade.
on the beach chair. You think that's the idea?
That's his idea.
Really?
I'm according to him. But even people look, Atlantis TV idea.
And
Atlantis
that idea has
Minister
reached
and-
the desk of the Prime Minister and the Minister of Tourism. And they, according to your WhatsApp,
My WhatsApp, your WhatsApp.
no, but according to the WhatsApp, the people said,
Yeah.
cutting the deal
With Atlantis.
with Atlantis to prevent you from, I guess, selling your beach chair.
Renting your beach, yes.
Right.
To their guests. Their guests shouldn't have to pay for them in the first place. It should be an amenity.
And that was my point.
But them beach chair been on the beach from King Archie was
From
armor.
2002, I can confirm.
From I was a lifeguard at Atlantis. Them
I-
beach chair been
From
there.
I was working on the beach at Atlantis.
They would rock them up. They'll rock them up, push them against the wall, or they'll trolley some of them underneath the tunnel and pull them out every morning.
When you used to work on the old Pirates Cove, you pull them beach chairs
Yeah.
up and you rock them to the side.
Only before them is the little four-wheeler used to take the little rake and rake the beach clean.
I don't know much of what you're speaking, so I
Used to work the pool,
refuse.
used to work pool side. Who
Yeah,
else work
yeah,
beach
yeah,
side?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been,
yeah.
It's been
Yeah,
poolside.
in the
Pool
pool
side.
side, that's the big man.
Yeah, that's big box. Used to work, listen,
That's the big box.
I work 1 week as a lifeguard and quit.
That's big box.
I go home and take off my fire hands ugliest.
Yeah.
And all I get to see is all the
Listen to me.
listen.
It was holiday weekend.
I can't do this.
This holiday
I
weekend.
made for this,
There's no
son.
Bahamian, so like, work holiday weekend. It's holiday weekend. Couple fellas call and said, I get to work the big pool deck. Oh man. I realized it's 2 different levels. They're like, how we talking about different strips?
Yeah.
Different strips of wakers. I realized that was the A strip.
You was running a muck though.
Otherwise,
Yeah, you started a muck.
I had my own
Yeah,
operation.
they get rid-
I had my own operation. going
But
on
listen
there.
though, on the real though, I mean, we have to get rid of this entitlement mentality
I'm a Daldi Bad.
because you can't not believe in your heart's a heart without any doubt that what Allah is doing is your idea and they steal it from you.
But not only that, you can't really believe. Whether you agree with the Prime Minister or not, you can't really sit down there and believe that the Prime Minister and the Minister of Tourism sit down there
In cahoots
over that.
with Brookfield still run now?
Yes.
Yeah, with Brookfield. Over some beach, yes.
I don't know the background story on this, and if I did, I would still say I don't know the background story on this. So I comment.
All right, so
I leave it as out there.
quick thing. The whole beach closure and the vendors, a lot of those vendors used to rent beach chairs, right? So they rent beach chairs to the cruise ship passengers, all that, right?
Yeah.
So Lannis now, I guess they must improve on the standards of their beach chairs, adding a little shade and doing other things. So now the BM people feel like they getting cut out.
And the coconut.
Or they sell coconut too, Atlantis?
Well, apart, according to the same person, Atlantis has ordered a trailer of coconut and selling the coconut water to the guests for $26, which is undercutting them. By the way, this is their words, undercutting them selling the coconut for $10. I don't know how you could possibly, if a company selling it for 26 and you sell your coconut for 10, I don't know how they could possibly undercut you. If anything, to me, that helping your business.
So Atlantis, then they saying that they added more beach chairs? Because I know there was beach chairs.
I think they enhanced them.
What they saying is Atlantis now put the sign, because it wasn't actually the thing over it. It was Atlantis put the Atlantis name on the beach chair.
Oh, right.
So
So now the
Atlantis
shade has Atlantis on it.
Our Atlantis on it.
So it's a reassurance that hey, this amenity is there for you to take advantage of as a guest at the hotel.
And you don't got to rent them ones over
You
there.
don't have the vendor wants of them. But they had a problem anyway because they didn't want to tow them from down in the back of the.
But is there something to be said to the fact that Atlantis is saying did they add more beach chairs?
I don't know.
Did they stretch their beach chairs out further?
But this is the main point. Atlantis is a private enterprise. If you have an issue, you have an issue with Atlantis. And your point, you could have a totally valid point with Atlantis saying they trying to muscle me out. The big corporation
Right.
trying to muscle me out.
Right.
Not the government.
That ain't a government issue.
Not the government.
The government ain't come there and tell Atlantis.
Yeah. To say that the government said this is man, I tell you what, y'all have some umbrella to your chairs.
Yeah.
So we can get rid of them people.
Right.
That's what they saying. That's what they implying.
But does it not appear as though they're trying to get rid of them?
Absolutely.
Of course. But you know why though? The bad hours make it waste for the
Yo,
government.
don't go rid of it. Because you go rid of it, the next time you have a show, they'll be rid of that. Don't go rid of it. I bowl, but I that bowl. I really do that.
All they say
I'll tell it off here.
no.
We all know exactly. Everybody here know exactly why
you
that's
have some good ones, and then you have some ones that ain't so good.
Yep, they don't care. Atlanta's got to protect.
How do you police that? I don't know.
It's a free beach. You can't police it.
Say, how do you police that
What they want.
that level of service for in that kind of open market? How do you can't.
What they want is the government to step in to regulate a market.
They don't want that because when the government step in to regulate jet skis, it was a problem.
They want the government to make the only way the government can regulate it is by saying to Atlantis, you can't, as a hotel, offer your guests competing beach chairs with umbrella that these people sell it. That's the only way the government can regulate it.
And I don't know how that can happen.
And I don't know how you could do
But
that.
see, they only have a problem now because they only have this problem now because there's no cruise ships, Because bear in mind, Atlanta's guests ain't their main priority. Atlanta's guests only a priority now because there's no cruise ships.
But the chairs are only for Atlantis.
Now, right.
Right.
Yeah,
When
so
the cruise ships come in,
whenever that happens again. But right now they need to
So
make
the
money
cruise
now.
ship people won't be able to use Atlantis chairs.
no,
Unless they get a day pass from Atlanta.
from Atlantis.
So there's no problem there.
It's a problem because cruise ships are the only guests they have is Atlanta's
It's
guests.
Atlantis guests, and they mad at Atlantis.
Atlantis and you guests?
Servicing Atlantis guests.
I'm going to do some homework on this, and we can get back on this next week.
Yeah.
Along
We need
with
to
some
talk
other
to
things.
Brother Ben on there every day.
Yeah, we ain't do Brother Bean yet. We got to do Brother Bean real soon.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all, thanks for tuning in. Again, we wish
Teachers, we love you, y'all. Carlo, the teachers defender.
we love teachers. We all do. We love
Pay the
them.
teachers.
And I believe entrance salaries for teachers need to be higher.
And the
But
nurses.
I ain't getting as high as Brother Ramsey.
Not ice 30.
No, you're sealing you up at 80 and 90,000.
The 89,000 be in position.
So thank you for tuning into the show. Looking forward to seeing you again on next week. We get some more things to talk about.
We can talk about nurses next week. Nurses need a raise too.
Let's talk about them next week. No problem. Nurses it is.
Nurses
Nurses.
it is?
Boy, it's a touchy time for me right now. I ain't sure you want to do that. It's a very touchy time for me. You probably want me there for the week after next or the week after that. Yeah, I know. I don't want to do that yet. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you all next time. Again, Brother Wilson, happy birthday to you, brother, and all the best to you. The spot we want to encourage you, our sponsors, the spot Grill Pit is located just west of Mario's Bowling Alley. It's an orange picket fence. Turn in right there. Prepare yourself. Slow down. When you see Mario, slow down, please. I almost run into the back of a fella. I was ran one fella because he slam breaks immediately and he was getting to the grill pit. And then he said, "Oh, he getting the Carlo." I said, "Look at the Carlo them calls me almost hit my God."
I'm glad Danny know where I is. So Danny, I mean, Junior, mommy, and daddy. So she's coming there a little bit more often.
You need to open up an Eastern branch, man.
So
if you are the Eastern, you open the Eastern branch, my brother. You only gotta say nothing. Just have my food ready.
say less.
All right.
Answer the young people to say.
Say less. I didn't do it. All right. We encourage you to be there. Friday is wings and sandwiches, and Saturday wide open. Everything. Yeah. All right. So I'm encourage you to support Grill Pit. The spot Grill Pit. The number is
805-7768.
Why the number here on this thing? 805-7768.
Yeah.
That's the number to call your order in so you can be ready when you get there. You ain't got to no line. All right, we going. God bless you. Have a blessed weekend. Not weekend, blessed night. We going.
Ready.